DR Sports is entering the metaverse.
Welcome to Habbo.
Come play games and chat about the latest football drama.
Meet up with friends, meet new people, and have a great time.
I'll be there on special VIP days. Click the link or go to the website at habbo.com.
Hey guys, welcome back to DR Sports Game Day Live. We're here for the Netherlands versus Ecuador watch along. Obviously, I am not Nicky, but he is running late, so I am filling in the interim. On the right, joining us for the second time today, we have the wonderful Kelechi.
Thank you very much, my brother. I'm so happy to be here. Africa with the first victory, so I'm happy to be here. You know the vibes. Cheers.
Absolutely, absolutely. And on my left, I have Zaki coming in, filling in for Ty. And then to his left, the wonderful Tobi. How are you?
I'm good, man. Word to Kelechi, Africa got its first dub today, so that's good. We don't speak on the team who played yesterday, but
You know it's Nigeria. So you know what to do.
But it's big up Senegal, big up Cameroon, and then forget about
Well,
them other guys.
Senegal getting the victory today. Obviously, they weren't so fortunate last week round, falling to a 2-0 defeat to Netherlands. What do we think Netherlands are going to come out to like today, Kelechi? Obviously, you saw your brothers get smacked last week. Cody Gakpo header to finish them off, really. How do you think they're going to line up today against an Ecuador side who were quite comfortable against Qatar? We look pretty good today.
Yeah, of course. Netherlands, we know all about them. They've got quality. I'm sure they're going to come out all guns blazing because the group is not yet sewn up. Both teams are on 3 points. The winner of this game gets through to the next round automatically. So I expect a very, very even game, but maybe Netherlands to nick it.
Mm-hmm. And Zaki, your first time on the channel here. Are you excited for this game, mate?
I am. I'm excited for this game. I'm excited for all the games I may watch on this couch. But let's see how today goes for now.
Well, you've got
I'm just helping with some numbers for now. So
you've got Ecuador, who started off the tournament pretty strong, defeating the home nation. How do you think they're going to fare today?
I reckon it's going to be 2-1 to Ecuador.
2-1 Ecuador. Tobi, what's your scores on the doors?
I'm not too sure because I didn't get to watch the first game, but I saw the highlights and it looked like Ecuador had a pretty comfortable game against Qatar. Netherlands, I watched most of their game against Senegal, and to be honest, I don't think they did enough to win that game. I think the reason why they won that game is because just Mendy just had a rush of blood in the last 10 minutes. That game was heading for a draw. So I don't know what to make of Netherlands. I think they've got some good players, but the attack is really, really blunt. And Memphis is what they're crying out for, and he's nursing an injury. So honestly, I think I can see Ecuador winning this, but I can also see this ending a draw. So I'm going to go for a score draw. I'm going to go for 1-1.
I do want to get into the lineups. Obviously, we haven't had time, but before we do that, I do want to let you know that if you want to win cash prizes, then click the link in the description to sign up and make your picks. You can start playing for as little as £1. You must be over 18 to play. And today, we're running our first special of the World Cup. How exciting is that? When you sign up, deposit and play USA versus England game, you'll get a free £5 credit added to your account to play any league you want. Just scan the QR code below or click the link in the description to join our prediction battle. Now, can we please get the lineups on the screen for you here?
all right.
Before we do get to the, here we go. In goal for Netherlands, we have Noppert, Dumfries at the back with Ake, Timber, Virgil van Dijk, Daley Blind, De Jong, Cooper Miners, Klaassen, Gakpo, who has been phenomenal this year, and Bergwijn next to him, who you'll know a lot about.
That's a really good effort.
That team is, sheesh.
Shish kebab indeed. And for Ecuador, on the other hand, we have Galíndez, Pricaido, Hincapié, Porozzo, Torres, Estupinan, Caicedo, Mendes, Gonzalo Plata, who my club were actually close to signing this summer, Ena Valencia and Estrada up front. Also, before we do start, I do want to let you know that today's World Cup Game Day Live is a very special day because it is brought to you in cooperation with Manscaped, the world's leader in below-the-belt grooming. Now, if you're keen to keep your midfield as tidy as Spain's midfield during the World Cup, you can make the most of an amazing 25% off on Manscaped's Black Friday sale and get free shipping using the code WORLDCUP at checkout. That's 25% off and free shipping for this Black Friday weekend only. And let me tell you something, son, the stuff in here is fantastic. First of all, I'm going to start off with these briefs. Nice. Look, you don't want tight underpants, do you? There's nothing worse than having something too tight. Anti-chafing, perfect boxes here. The other thing you want, a lot of people go out, they meet a nice, whoever you're meeting, girl, guy, whatever you're going for, and they try to splash some cologne down there because they're really trying to make a good impression on themselves. But let me tell you something, it doesn't come across natural and it is not the stuff. What you want is the ball toner right here. It gives you a nice, natural feeling scent down there. It smells natural, it smells nice, and it smells fresh. And of course, we couldn't forget the big boy, the lawnmower, the special lawnmower, anti-nicking technology. Wow, just feel the quality in this one. It is superb. But is it, or rather, does it have as much quality as Netherlands lineup today, Toby?
It has probably. Yeah, I think it's more potent than the Netherlands attack. I think.
I'll tell you what won't be potent is your below if you use some of this stuff. That's for sure.
Can I just ask, have you actually splashed cologne on your nether regions before?
I've never done.
I've never done that before.
No.
This is news to me.
Natural.
Kelechi doesn't know what we're talking about either. Well, I feel like you're the only one here that's ever done this before. It's the first time I heard about this.
Hey man, well before Manscaped was a thing, who knows? Who knows? But this is an exciting game. It's starting off well. Netherlands holding possession well at the back here. Ecuador, obviously, like we were talking about earlier, good start to the campaign. Kelechi and Valencia, beautiful goal. Do you think they're going to be able to cause Netherlands any problems at the back today?
Of course. During their qualifiers, they played well. The first game, like Tobi said, I didn't get to watch it, to be honest. I was on transit, I didn't get to watch it. But when I saw the highlights, I saw a bit of quality from them. The first go ahead.
I told you that Netherlands will win. Bro, what did I tell you?
Fair play.
What did I tell you?
Fair play. I've been slitting their
What did I tell you?
I've been slitting their
You asked the question at the wrong time. What did I tell you?
That was beautiful.
I've
What
been
did I tell
slitting
you,
their
bro?
attack, and he just. But I feel
Stop.
that's a great hit, but I feel like the keeper maybe should do better there.
Yeah,
but let's
maybe.
see. I want to see.
Fantastic.
What did I
Cody
tell you?
Gakpo opening the scoring for Netherlands.
Yes,
Let's
yes.
have another look at this one.
I told you.
Wow, that was a quick start to the game.
2 and 2 at World Cup though. You got to give props to him.
Yeah.
You got to give props to
Big
him.
money move incoming.
I think he's linked to
Lovely
United.
ball there.
This was nice from Klassen as well.
Back pass from Ecuador there. Gakpo picks
Left foot, look at that.
strikes it with his left foot outside
I'll
the
tell you
18-yard
what,
line,
yeah.
and he rifles it top bins there.
I'll tell you what.
I'm
Good
not
finish.
splashing cologne on my baby makers, says time to wake up.
Good finish. I must say.
Wow.
I'll tell you what, when Klassen came into their first game, for me, he changed the game and he got the second goal. Again, he was instrumental to this goal. The Netherlands, this game, they are worried. I told you, they will nick it.
That's a really good finish, I
Yeah,
must
good
say.
finish,
Like
good
I see the replay. He's
With his
and his weaker foot as well.
Yeah,
Yeah,
weaker foot.
he's hit that with venom. Fair play.
It's a brilliant
Fair
finish.
play to him.
And today, like I was thinking earlier, this could be a high-scoring game. I haven't been on here for many high-scoring games. Obviously, I managed to see 6 goals today. Crazy stuff. But today, I feel like the floodgates really could open.
Yeah.
Did you have a score prediction for this one?
No, you didn't come to me. You jumped
is
me.
your- well,
You are
that's
reading
right.
Manscaped. But I told you earlier that they are going to nick it. Now, you're asking me about Ecuador and then they scored. You're not fair on me, bro. Your first hosting them, you're not fair. Bro, substitution. Nicky, please. Nicky.
We started late, man.
Nicky, sub him, sub him.
Yeah, guys.
No, I've had enough. Stop, ref, stop.
That's you, man.
Yeah. But, see, are you the owner of this medicine?
No, we're starting now.
Are you the owner of this medicine?
That is
does
not
your
on
medicine.
camera. That is not
Nice.
medicine. Here come Ecuador on the ball. Do you have a score prediction for us?
3-1 to Netherlands.
3-1 to Netherlands. You reckon Ecuador will pierce that back line open? Hopefully they do. Glenn Ty will come. He is just running slightly late right now, but I believe he is on his way.
Ref, that's a foul, isn't it?
Tobi sees Ecuador play good against Qatar and he thinks Netherlands is taking a draw. Netherlands is winning this, says Sadiq. What do you have to say to Sadiq?
I literally said I didn't watch the Ecuador game. I couldn't watch it. I watched the highlights. I said I saw Netherlands and I wasn't really impressed with what I saw against Senegal. But fair play to them. Cody Gakpo gets his second goal, really good goal. And let's see how the game pans out.
Well, we are changing over here. Your host is here, Nicky. Nice and late.
Nicky. What, mate?
Look who it is.
One half a row close
Look who
in
it
London.
is. West Ham's finest.
How you doing, mate?
I'm good.
How are you, man?
I'm good, man. I'm
Good
good.
to
How's
see
the game
you.
getting on? 1-0. Wow, my goodness. Who scored that?
Cody
Cody
Gakpo.
Gakpo, mate.
He's linked to
Fantastic
United.
finish.
That's a good turn. I'm not surprised that De Ligt isn't playing today, and I like De Ligt, but he got ran ragged against Senegal, and I see that they put Timber in at right centre back today in the back three. But yeah, the thing is, it sounds like I'm hating on Netherlands. I'm not hating on them, but like even when I look at the team again, they got Daley Blind playing left wing back at like 50 years old. Like I just don't understand it.
The average
Is he
age
left
of
wing back or left
some,
back?
He's playing left wing back.
You know that the average age of some of the top teams in this in this tournament is high.
Yeah.
It's
I mean,
high,
look at
yeah.
Argentina, for example, mate.
Yeah, average age of 30, mate.
Yeah.
Average age of 30.
Cameraman,
Getting
wait,
their special
you
bus
see this
passes
camera?
soon.
You see this production people? I want to eat something and they can't. You see these people? No, you are not good. You are not.
Please, somebody order some.
Keep the camera on him, mate. Keep the
Somebody
camera on
order
him.
collected some food, mate. I'll pay for it, whatever. Just get some food in
Yeah,
there.
the one fries, please. I'm hungry.
Oh, there's
I came out
pancakes.
this morning.
Well, Kelechi, mate. Want some pancakes?
Wait,
Wait, actually, what were you saying about me as a host? Yeah, what were you saying about me
You
as a
are
host?
very good.
Yeah.
You are very, very. You are very good.
We are 10 minutes into this game. 1-0 to the Netherlands straight away. Let's take some chat. Oh, what have I just knocked down there? The World Cup football has gone behind me. Sorry about that. Let's take some.
It's coming home, that's where the football's going.
I'll tell you what, right? We'll speak about this in a minute. Let me take some comments. Tobi sees Ecuador played good against Qatar, says Sadiq, and he thinks Netherlands is taking a draw. Netherlands is winning this. I don't know what you've been saying, man. I can't even comment.
Got roasted twice for that one now.
I don't get it. Like, I didn't even say anything mad. I just said I watched Netherlands play against Senegal, and I think the game should have ended in a draw. If not for a Mendy mistake, they didn't really impress me. So I said I could see this ending score draw. That's what I said.
Yeah. Well, why not? We've seen bigger shocks in the tournament so far. Ursula Baptiste, nah, man. James should host in the future. Well done, James. You must have done a good job.
He was doing a great job.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Moses Francis says, Nicky, my super chat was not read by James. I'll try and find that, Moses, I promise you. Glenn Yeardy says, do you miss Enna Valencia, Nicky? No, man. He was terrible for us, to be quite honest with you.
He scored that really good goal, though. Who was it? He scored.
He scored a banger against Hull. Oof.
Yeah, it was Hull. That screamer. Oof.
Scored a banger against Qatar as well.
He's got absolutely undoubted talent, but he just never worked for us. Maybe he'll work in this squad. You never know, man. But
the thing is,
he's old now.
He always like does relatively well for Ecuador.
He does.
In the World Cup, because that's what made you not sign him, right? He banged in the World Cup and then you signed him off the back of that.
We've had a couple of stinkers in the World Cup. I'm sure Tottenham have as well.
Like?
On the back of World Cup. Pavlyuchenko, maybe?
Pavlyuchenko was good. He was off the back of Euros. Pavlyuchenko was a decent striker for us. He was decent.
He's not Nico Cranshaw, but he was pretty good.
I like Pavlyuchenko. Yeah, Cranshaw was good, but Cranshaw was a bit part player for us though. But he was good. I think you lot get burnt by that the most though. You get trigger happy.
We've had a few stinkers, mate.
Here we go.
Don't sit down here.
Someone's later than me.
You're sit the time. You're embarrassing me. Don't shake me. You're embarrassing me. How can I be coming late?
You can't talk about being late.
Bro, you know how many hours I've been here?
Last way.
I came here by 11 o'clock.
Come and sit down.
You're the last person to talk about being late. You're the last person.
You're embarrassing me.
You're the last person to talk about being late.
And then I came here very early.
I knew my brother as well.
See, I'm here.
But you're always late. You're always late though.
Bro, this is not good enough. I
can say that for you.
I call them Qatar.
Sorry, I'm late. Everyone.
How are you, brother? You okay?
Yeah, 5 thanks. How's it, brother? Right?
Yeah, not too
How are
bad,
you?
mate.
Yeah, 5 thanks.
How you dealing with the traffic out there, all right? Yeah?
Which traffic?
Busy
Which
day, huh?
Yeah, it's alright. Is it what? It's not too bad. It's Friday. It's Friday night traffic, isn't it?
It's not too bad. No, it's the road's closed up there,
Lot
man.
of
There's
people
some
feeling
police
the rhythm.
incident
I
up
came
there.
over with it.
It's an England game, so you know. Friday, feeling the rhythm, feeling the rhyme, get on up, block the road.
Friday,
I see
then.
Who's that West Ham fan? You know, what's his name? And he posts these videos. He's got blonde hair, I think, and he's always in a cafe. And he's been eating like chicken casserole for breakfast, pie and mash for breakfast.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know him.
I can't remember his
I
name.
thought you was talking about Lawless.
He's in Qatar at the moment.
No. He's in the UK. He's up at 6 or 7 a.m. and he's eating these crazy meals for breakfast.
Really? You have to show me, Tom.
Yeah. I'll try and find it.
I've been so indulged in the World Cup. I haven't seen a lot of West Ham content. I want to forget about West Ham for just for this month. You know what I mean?
But then the most important thing is, Nicky, you're a married man. So how did your bachelor party?
Oh wait, you're married now, Nicky.
I got married. Yeah.
How did the wedding go? Congratulations.
Yeah, that's
It's actually it was a month yesterday.
One's in the chat, you know, congratulations for Nicky.
No, thank you very much. Do you know what I done yesterday though? This is good to the truth. I lost my wedding ring.
Oh no!
Really?
1 month, exactly 1 month after I've
Did you
got
find
married.
it though?
Wow.
No, I haven't found it
Oh
yet.
no! I'm sure you would have.
Yeah, I'm sure it's somewhere, but
Oh my god!
I don't know where it is. But thank you very much.
That's a great
but the
finish.
bachelor party was fantastic. to
Oh,
be
that's
honest with
good. That's good.
you. Yeah.
I saw some pictures of it on the Instagram account. It seemed,
Oh.
seemed a
Got
bit messy.
Yeah, it got a bit messy in the
Oh,
end,
that's
but-
good. And everything went well with the wedding and all that.
Yeah, it's beautiful, mate.
Oh,
it's
that's
beautiful.
brilliant. Oh, that's nice.
Oh, go on. Ooh, Netherlands starting off strong here, man. Starting off strong.
They look
Well,
better today.
Put more weight.
They had to start strong after winning against Senegal. 2 shots on target, 2 goals.
2 beautiful goals though.
So beautiful goals, but they never should have beaten Senegal.
Nah, I
They
wouldn't
should
even say
never
they
beat
beautiful
Senegal.
goals. This is what I'm saying, Ty.
Good finishes, but they should never
I think
beat Senegal.
Mendy just gifted them both those
Yeah,
goals,
I don't
man.
know, especially for the first one. I don't think he needs to come.
Even the second one as well, he's palmed it straight into the path of the... Like, it was a shot that was catchable. Like, you didn't even have to palm it away. You just had to catch it. And he's just palmed it straight into the oncoming Netherlands player.
But Mendy's done, man.
Klassen.
Ever since Aronson did him over, ended his career, wiped him off, Mendy's been nothing, man.
Aronson did him
Yeah.
over. What do you mean did him over?
What do you mean did him over? He completely destroyed him. He came
honest,
to
he's
LMO,
been-
thought he was going to be the big
been a
man,
bit of a
tried
mess
to do
since-
a little, what is that,
since
Ronaldo
you-
chop,
Since
slipped
you
on his arse.
Since you lot beat him 3-2 last season, he's been on the he's been wobbling.
Yeah, he has been wobbling. He's not even in the Chelsea team at the minute, is
Mate,
he?
he's like a drunk guy on a pogo stick. No balance.
Yeah.
Wobbling all over the
That's
gap.
a bit
He's
harsh.
got mistakes in him, definitely. But I think both
He has
keepers.
had a world-class save today, though. If you see the save.
What goalkeeper has
But he
it?
can do that, Kelechi. He can be world class.
I still think he's a good
I think that's
goalkeeper.
the issue. Is that he can be world class.
I heard he made some really good saves today, though.
See, I thought the same about De Gea. De Gea stepped it up a little bit, but every now and then De Gea does something ridiculous.
But I guess every keeper goes through like 6 to 8 months of
Like, I
bad
don't
form,
think he's an
don't they?
awful goalkeeper, but he's going through a real awful
Bad
stint.
patch, yeah.
And what I will say is, I don't think he's as good as Chelsea fans were making him out to be. That's.
I think he is good.
No, he's not bad, but Chelsea fans are telling us that he's as good as Alisson, he's the best goalkeeper in the league and stuff. Even
I
when he
don't know
was on
about that.
Flames,
I don't
he
know
was
about
never the best goalkeeper. in the
No,
league.
no.
Do you get what I'm saying?
I think it's
But then
because
he was-
of what they had before them
Alisson.
in Kepa, so anything's going to look
Yeah,
great
well,
after that.
And
isn't it?
Edison.
Alisson's number one.
But Kepa can't be a bad goalkeeper.
Edison's not.
No, he's not, but he's
can't
come
be.
back
Yeah,
now,
Edison's
he's
there,
performing
he's up
well,
there.
but
Yeah, I
when he
can't-
first
I can't
signed, he
dispute
was
Alisson, though.
pretty shaky, man.
But then you're saying about goalkeepers. What you're forgetting about Meslier?
Melié's world class.
How many
What are you
mistakes did
talking
he
about?
make?
What do you mean? Doesn't
How
make
many mistakes did he
Well,
make?
only when
How
he's
many
fouled
mistakes-
by Longley
No.
pushing into his
How
own
many
goal, throwing it
I'm
back
not-
like
listen.
a student in Tiger, mate.
I rate Meslier, but when he came, he made mistakes. So every goalkeeper makes mistakes. What do you mean no?
Yeah, but
Are you
he's
trying to
20
say he
years
didn't make
age,
mistakes?
man. He's 20 years of age, yeah.
You see, look, so he's age now.
Meslier
He
is
made
a-
mistakes well.
Meslier
He's
is
a good
a good-
goalkeeper. He's a good
Meslier
goalkeeper.
is a good goalkeeper. for
Meslier
his
is,
age.
that's what I mean. Meslier is very young, so he's look.
Huh?
He's had a World Cup.
Nah, he's not.
No.
Moses Francis sent in a super chat earlier that
He's a good
was
goalkeeper.
missed. He said, Oga Kelechi, my favourite. How far now?
I do. How far? I hear you. We're together.
We outside.
Send me pounds and dollars.
We outside.
No, actually, while we're speaking about club players, where was your man yesterday, huh? Thomas Partey, invisible.
Well, I don't
Casper
know
the
about
Ghost,
invisible.
mate.
He didn't-
Casper the Ghost, nothing in the midfield
He didn't
mate.
play well. He didn't
He
play well.
was
isn't it?
invisible, mate.
He didn't
He
play
was
well.
invisible, exactly.
He didn't play well, did he?
Yeah, exactly.
What happened to Rafinha?
He's poor.
What happened to Rafinha? Oh, no,
was
so he doesn't
quality,
play for
mate.
these anymore, does he?
It doesn't matter, mate.
Let's start a new subject.
I know what you're going to say. Who has been the most invisible player?
Did Man United cheat their way to? No, I'm joking. We've seen everybody at the World Cup so far.
Yeah.
Tobes, who's been your favourite so far?
Okay, that's a good question.
Who you enjoyed watching?
Oh,
France.
you mean teams?
I think France performance was really good, man. Started off dodgy, but for like a good 80 odd minutes, they had their foot on Australia's neck. I really enjoyed that performance.
It was a good performance. I thought the England performance was good. Kelechi, who you enjoyed watching? Have you re-evaluated your favourites for the World Cup?
Bruh, I have different favourites. That's the thing. You know, when your nation is not there, you have to support every other person.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
So I'm supporting all the African teams. Maybe Ghana. I'm not sure if I'm supporting Ghana. You know? And then, but I think I've been impressed with Spain.
Spain.
Oh, okay.
Pedri. I said, give him player of the tournament now. That boy.
Gavi as well.
Yeah, Gavi's done.
I was really impressed with the Saudi Arabia performance. I thought
Yeah,
it was
absolutely. Fantastic.
Fantastic performance.
Absolutely
The TV's
amazing.
about to go off, by the way. If we can get someone to switch it before it does go off.
It's about to act like Skepta and shut down.
I thought Spain were excellent. I think I've re-evaluated my Argentina prediction. I just don't think they've got the legs in this tournament.
I mean, they're missing.
It's too early.
Giovanni Lo
It is
Celso.
early.
It is early, yes.
It is
Very
No,
early.
it's early, but they're missing key players. That Giovanni Lo Celso guy, if he was there, would have been a different game. Honestly, because he's
Yeah, it might have been 3-1 to Saudi Arabia.
No, he's too key to the way
that's
they
a
play.
bit-
I hate him, to be honest.
You hate him, why?
Because he was poor at Spurs, but Kelechi has a fair point. For Argentina,
plays
he's
well.
actually one of their. He tends to be one of their better players. And he's
Still got Rodrigo de Paul running the show in there.
yeah, but he wasn't. And this is what I mean. I think Argentina, for me, I had them as favourites as well, and I still think they can win it. I know
Winners have gone and lost their opening game.
Yeah,
and
Spain
people
when they
have gone
won.
on
And
to
the,
win.
and the draw in that group helped them as well. So
Yeah.
they're not too far off.
And I think with Argentina as well, like we can still see like they've got gears to go because as good as Saudi were, and take nothing away from their performance, I think with a little bit more incision in the first half, better decision making, Argentina would have been outside.
Well, they
Let's be
scored
real.
like 4
So-
goals that were all
Yeah.
offside, man.
If Lautaro used his brain and timed his run properly and stuff like that, so I think with Argentina, all hope shouldn't be lost yet. They still
No,
have,
of course not.
They still have enough at their disposal to win this competition. They just need to be better. They need to be better defensively, and they need to find a way to cope with sides who are going to be physical with them. Because Saudi Arabia got physical with them, and they could not hack it.
It was the I thought it was the legs. I sat there and watched the game. It was just
Yeah.
Saudi Arabia
Was superb.
they had their legs on them. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And
BNP,
sometimes
man.
hard work and determination. But a team like Saudi Arabia, with all due respect to them, they will get found out. You know, people would have watched that performance and thought, right, well, we know how to get round this. You know, they just hit Argentina with a little bit of a surprise opening game.
Yeah, but it was also the opening game, like you say. So a lot of teams were quite leggy there. I mean, Qatar, when I saw them against Ecuador, flipping heck, man, I see more movement in the still image. But then they come today and they completely took the game. I know they lost 3-1 to Senegal, but they had them against the ropes for a good 20, 25 minutes there. They could have scored a good few goals. Beautiful saves in there. So Argentina, I mean, I don't necessarily agree with this theory that they're 100% old, aged, leggy, Messi's finished, this and that.
I don't think anyone's saying that.
Yeah, everyone.
think they say
A
Messi's
lot of
finished.
what I'm seeing online is that
Oh,
people are
online.
basically saying
From
that.
what I've seen from the opening game, if you, just going by the opening games, if they come up against France, they are screwed.
But the opening game doesn't tell the whole story, though.
He
I
doesn't.
just think they've got Otamendi playing centre back.
Yeah.
Otamendi.
Romero didn't look fit to me.
Romero didn't look fit. No,
He
you're
had
right.
He had a poor game, but again, it's his first game back. Like you said, it's his first game back in weeks. So,
Yeah, he didn't look fit. That's why the Martinez of Man United, for me, should have started.
and this is it. Like you said, so they got options, right? They got Lisandro. They've got even that Enzo Fernandez guy from Benfica. I don't really watch him play, but I've heard he's highly rated. They've got Julian Alvarez on the bench. They've got Dybala on the
Martinez.
bench. I don't get
in
why
defence.
Papu Gomez started that game. I don't think he should have started that game as well. Like, starting Papu Gomez as like an inside 8 at 30-something years old. It's just, it didn't really.
Maybe underestimated the opposition.
Yeah, I think so. I think at half time, let's be real. Like Saudi Arabia gave a good account of themselves in terms of their determination to stick to their their tactic, play a high line. But they did not threaten Argentina at all in the first half. You didn't look at that game in the first half and think, oh wow, Saudi Arabia have got something for Argentina here. Like you said, yeah, like they're quite dogged. They're pressing Argentina. They're not really letting Argentina have the freedom to pick them apart. But you didn't see them as a scoring presence. And then second half, they flipped it.
2 worldy goals as well.
Yeah.
They're never going to score goals like that again.
The funny thing is that to most our Africans that watch football, it wasn't a surprise because they know the coach. He's a good coach. He's won the Nations Cup for Ivory Coast, for Zambia.
I remember that.
Right, yeah.
I remember that AFCON as well.
Bro, I know a few people that put money on Saudi to win, and they make
Really?
I'm telling you.
Wow.
If you go to Twitter, he was out there like. Yeah,
Well, I'm not a betting man.
Huh?
I'm not a betting man, but
I'm not a betting man as well, but I'm just telling you that when they saw the coach without his white shirt, they said, it's our guy, our brother.
But can you imagine what the odds would have been for them to win 2-1, especially when they went down 1-0?
Probably
That
like
would have been crazy
250
odds.
to 1.
Maybe even 50, maybe even more than that.
I should have put some money on it. That's what should have happened there.
Go on.
Oh,
Go on.
Ecuadorian.
Ecuador. Go on. Oh, he's the touch
Just
too heavy.
over-touched it it was
Too
running
heavy.
towards the byline.
That was really good play.
No composure, man. No composure.
That was really nice play.
That's terrible. You've got 2-3 men in the box. Easy pick. It takes too long.
It's the touch. The touch is too heavy.
It's too heavy, but it takes too long to make his mind up. He should have played that so much earlier there.
But that's the problem, right? Because the touch was so heavy. It's taking him longer to then be able to find the pass.
They shouldn't have even taken it.
Well, Nicky, in answer to your question, I got to say I thought Brazil were absolutely superb.
That's
I'm really impressed. Even though Rafinha didn't do anything.
Rafinha, what do you mean, man? He was their best player, man.
I think they should have scored more than 2. I thought they were absolutely superb. And
Yeah, I think once they got the second, then it started to open. Then it started
that's
to
what I'm
Then it
R9
started to
up front as well. Whew, man.
Then it started to
No,
open.
The real R9 up front, man.
Let's stop. Don't put pressure on him like that. But that's my guy.
I like the
Richie
real-
lad. That's what I call him,
He
man.
was excellent, I thought.
You were talking about his
Oh,
documentary
fantastic.
the other
Richarlison
day,
was
weren't you?
fantastic.
Quality
You know, you
finish.
talk about R9.
Yeah.
Quality finish.
R9 Richarlison, mate.
Nah,
The real-
see, I want people to know that these are the thoughts of James and James only. I do not condone.
These are the thoughts of the people, all
This
right?
R9 chat.
I don't think it is.
It was an excellent decision not to start Martinelli, though, because that
What's that?
could have really kiboshed their team, I think.
Oh, really?
Um,
So
but,
when he came on, what did he do then?
Martinelli, absolutely nothing. But on the...
Obviously, you didn't watch the game, then, did you?
I watched it with you, mate. No, but on everyone, what I don't get here is everyone looks at that Brazil performance. They say Brazil can still win it. They look at Argentina against
course they
Saudi
can win it.
Arabia, and even though they lost,
Brazil won and they lost.
But Brazil won, Argentina lost, didn't it?
No, but I'm saying they say Argentina can still win it.
Yes.
But you look at England and the way we dispatch of Iran, and people want to be like, oh, it's only Iran.
No. I think that's a brilliant performance.
Nobody's saying that we can win it. Despite the fact, look at Iran now, look at what they did to Wales.
No.
Yes, that's true, that's
I
true.
don't think that's true because I think everyone
I
knows.
think England can win it.
Everyone knows the strength of England's team, especially in attack. They know that England can win this tournament. If England can package the right team, the right performance against the right opposition, they can win this tournament. And if we're looking at squads, England have come into this tournament, top 5 squads. You'll struggle to name even. I'd say you'd struggle to name more than 3 squads better than England's.
Strength and depth wise, especially.
So for me,
Attack-wise, I don't think there is a better team.
attack-wise,
Attack depth.
Attack and depth.
Not individual
I think
depth.
England and Brazil right now, because with the Benzema injury and the Nkuku injury, obviously if you look at England's attack versus France, England on top. It's only against Brazil where you're like, okay, yeah, and I would still put England ahead of Brazil. So
Really?
Yeah,
I would.
For sure, man.
I would.
What, Sterling?
What striker do Brazil have as good as Harry
R9,
Kane?
to be fair, the R9 or
And I love Richie, but how? Come on, he's
They
not.
probably don't, they probably don't. But then who did England have that's a skillful that has Neymar Jr.?
No,
Sterling?
they have no one like Neymar.
Raheem
Sterling, yeah.
He's more skillful than Neymar
He's
Jr.
more impactful.
Oh, goodness me.
You're right. They have no one. They have no one as.
You know what I mean? So
They have no one as skillful as Neymar, but what I'm saying is the sheer numbers, the players that England can bring off the bench, when you compare it, you have Rashford off the bench, you have Grealish off the bench, you have Foden off the bench.
You do.
Right?
You do. But you still
And-
got great
Who have
players
you
for
got?
us as well.
No, you do.
What,
You do. And I'm not
Martinelli?
saying it's
Martinelli, Gabriel, Jesus.
I think
Grealish is better than Martinelli for me.
At the
know-
moment, maybe he's at the moment.
I'm form,
I think
you'd say
Foden is
Foden.
Foden, I think
better
I forgot about him.
Yeah.
Foden now compared to Rodrigo, even though I think Rodrigo's really good, but I think Foden's got.
Foden's better than Rodrigo.
But I'm saying comparing the two. I'm saying Rodrigo's a good player, but good player, good finisher. But I think Phil Foden's got more about him.
It's different, though. Different position. I know that Foden plays out wide, but Rodrigo's more of an auxiliary winger.
No, he
someone
is,
that'll
but-
take the ball out wide.
but
Foden, it's like people saying, "Oh, I'd play Foden and I'd play Maddison."
But that's not
you
even-
can't have two
Maddison's
people
in
that
there.
play so
but
similar.
that's not even the point I'm making. The point I'm making is when you look at the sheer quality that England have in their attack, it's better than pretty much every country. Brazil's the only one where you can actually say there's an argument. France would have been in the mix if they had
the players that are not injured,
the
yeah.
players fit, of course, but they don't, right?
Our midfield as well. I know what I would do. I'd take Mount out and I'd put Foden in Mount's place personally.
I don't think
That's what I would do.
England's midfield is all
Mount
that,
in
to
the
be
10.
honest.
What do you mean? Bellingham, Foden, Phillips, Rice,
You won't
Mount.
play Foden in midfield.
That's
that's the
elite,
thing.
man.
England's midfield-
That
it's
is
not-
creme de la creme.
That
don't
is,
think
but
that-
then,
I don't think that's
but then,
elite.
but England are not going to. But the thing is, Gareth Southgate won't go for it. Whereas Brazil
Yeah.
will. That's the difference. Brazil will go for it. England are not going to go for it.
Yeah, but you don't need to go. You've got enough on the. Oh, you've got
No,
enough
but
on
Do
the
you think
break
their
to
midfield-
sucker
Do
them
you think
in.
England's midfield
You
is better
think
than
Brazil are going to be?
Portugal's?
I
Yeah.
don't know.
Why?
What?
Why is it better than Portugal's?
Because
think?
of the quality of players that we've got in there.
They've got
Bellingham.
Ruben Neves, Bernardo
Coutinho.
Silva.
Ruben Neves is not in the conversation, but Bernardo
How?
Silva is.
How is
Ruben Neves not-
how is
Ruben-
Ruben Neves
he's
not
not
in
in
the
the
conversation?
Declan Rice completely trumps him.
I don't know about that. I
Phillips
don't know about
trumps
that.
him.
I rate Rice, but
Bellingham
I rate
trumps
Neves.
him.
They're
Mount,
good at
Foden.
different
Bellingham
things.
trumps-
They're good at different things.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
Of
I
course
don't,
Bellingham trumps Neves.
Rice cannot Rice can't pass or strike a ball like Neves.
Okay, yeah.
And
That's
Neves,
true, that's true.
Neves can't defend and
Like
carry
Rice.
a
Yeah,
ball
that's
like
true.
Rice.
That's
No,
true. That's
Rice
true.
is Rice is way clear of Ruben Neves. let's
No,
be
I
real.
wouldn't
No,
say so.
Rice is no. What I'm saying
He's
to
a
you is
wicked
the
player.
Portugal midfield.
It's
right?
very good. I rate that midfield.
I'm saying the midfield as a whole, they've got a
Superb
wider
players.
skill set than England.
Yeah.
They do.
No, but we have players that can do
England
it.
ain't got a tempo set. England.
Yeah, Calvin Phillips.
Rice is.
Calvin Phillips has been injured.
For all
Yeah, but he
intents
can still play.
Yeah, but can he play
He's
to that
barely
level?
playing.
Yeah, he can play to that level.
Not now. He's
Of course he
injured.
can play to that level, man.
Not now, he
You
can't.
put him next to Rice, that's the same partnership that got us to a
Not at
Euro
this
final.
Not at this moment. He can't.
Yeah, he
He's
can.
been injured. There's
Of
no way he
course
can.
he
play at that
can.
I
level.
would say this.
Rice
James.
is better
I
than
would say this,
Neves,
James.
but
I would
come
say
on.
this.
Rice can't
When
dictate a game
Rice
like
didn't
Neves.
play with Phillips, England got torn to pieces.
Exactly, so you put them together and we get four.
No,
that's what I'm saying.
They're good foils for each other.
No, but that's why
Absolutely.
what I'd
Yeah,
say.
but
You know
let me
how
go through
against the
I don't
Brazils
think-
and the France, everyone says we'll go three at the back to go conservatively. How about you keep it four at the back where we attack better? You put Bellingham in the 10 in Mount's position, and you put Rice and Phillips together holding.
I don't think England can afford to go four at the back when they come up against a better team.
No, but if you put the double pivot
They
of
can.
Rice and
They
Phillips,
just
then
need
you
to be
can
brave.
afford,
They
you can
can.
like
Brave, yeah.
bridge the gap. Can't you?
I think
definitely
that's where we'll fall down though,
They
Toby,
can,
because
they-
we can't be brave. With
I
the
don't- that's what I mean.
manager, they won't allow him to be
I
brave.
don't
Let me
think
just
so.
read a couple of these super chats quickly, just before they go off the screen. MBGFM 449, thank you very much, mate. Sorry to say, I don't even see Argentina winning it.
It's not sorry to say. That's his opinion.
People,
Or her opinion.
Yes.
want them to because of Messi, but
Yeah.
Spain, England, France, and or even Brazil will expose them. I don't know why even Brazil, because I think they're favourites.
Exactly. Me too.
Ash 179 says Toby is right. Saka is better than Rafinha too.
Well, that's just
I
what
don't-
I
Saka's
don't
better
think
than Rafinha.
I don't think that's a mad statement to make.
That's a criminal statement
Why
to
is it
make.
Why is it criminal?
Rafinha is 10 times the player. Is there one thing Saka can do that
10 times
Rafinha
a player.
can't do anything?
10 times a player. So
Wow.
if he's 10 times
Wow.
a player, okay, all right. If Rafinha's 10 times a player, tell me how many assists and goals he's got this season. If he's 10
Only
times a player.
assist and goal. Yeah, he's playing. He hasn't played
no,
so
how
much.
many
He
assists and goals
he
has he
hasn't
got
played
this
so much at
No,
Barcelona.
he's
That's
10
fine.
times a player.
He's
How many
playing
assists
against
has he
better,
got?
He's
better
played.
He has
oppositions.
played.
What about
At
last year,
Barcelona.
man? Yeah, he hasn't played
No,
as
Rafinha-
much as
Rafinha
Saka.
said
He's,
Rafinha's
been-
class.
he's found it hard to find good
Oh, you
consistent
said
game
make
time.
an excuse for him.
Rafinha's class for
I
me.
rate Rafinha.
Like
I
it's
do.
not, but I don't think you should. I don't think you should be mad at someone saying that Saka. That's good.
Yeah, you're saying it's
that
criminal.
Saka's better.
How can you say it's criminal?
Because it is criminal.
It's not criminal.
Saka's performing at a higher level
Exactly.
than Rafinha right now.
No,
Right now,
no.
he is.
No, so what's
Absolutely
Rafinha
he
done
is.
then? So
What, do you
maybe
think Saka's going to go over to Barcelona in his debut game and ping one top bins to win the El Clasico? No, he doesn't have
He could do
that.
that.
What a save!
He could do that, but
No,
the thing
man.
is,
Chalk and cheese, man.
so but what's
Rafinha's class though. I'm not
dissing Rafinha because I like Rafinha. You can never say chalk
I
and
like
cheese.
Saka as well, man.
I want to talk on.
It shows you do.
I'm not put off by his slow start at
No, I
Barcelona
think
because
he's
I still
fine.
think
Rafinha's
I think
amazing.
he's class. So
That's why yesterday he should have done more.
yeah, I think
yesterday.
him and Saka are, like I don't think you should say that the one's 10 times. But
Yeah, no,
they're
exactly.
comparable.
Rafinha is a Ballon d'Or winner in the making, man.
I don't think he
Give
is.
him 4 or 5 years,
So what
he
about
is a Ballon
He's not a
d'Or
Ballon d'Or
winner.
winner,
Yes,
let's be
he
real.
is.
He
In the
might
making.
be. You never know.
He's not.
He is, man.
He's
You
not.
never know.
He's not.
Man, the
Mbappe
things
is
he
playing
can
football,
do.
and let's be real. Like Mbappe is gonna clean up on the Ballon d'Ors. Rafinha's not coming. Not getting a Ballon d'Or.
You never know. I do rate Rafinha.
Let's be real. I love Rafinha, but
I do.
I
he's
think there's a couple of players that I could see winning Ballon d'Ors before Rafinha.
Oh, really?
And
Like
that
who?
would be Bellingham. I think could win a Ballon d'Or before him.
Vinicius
Good shout. Vinicius Junior.
Valverde could win a
Valverde,
a Ballon d'Or before him. Any striker. Haaland could definitely win a Ballon d'Or before
Well, I'm
him.
not going to hate on Haaland, you know. He's
Harry Kane could win a Ballon d'Or before him.
Really?
I don't know about that one,
why
mate.
do you say it as
How
like
about
an
he
afterthought?
focuses
No,
on?
no,
How about
no,
Harry Kane
that's no
focuses on winning
disrespect.
a trophy
Because
first?
they're world-class players. Rafinha,
Oh.
he's an excellent player. He's a world-class
This is
player in the
actually crazy.
making.
That's your
How about he
country.
focuses on winning a trophy
That's
rather
your
than the
country's
trophy?
captain. You know. That's so
No,
nuts.
but you're saying that.
Nah, he'll win the World Cup, to be fair, so he'll get a trophy there.
So then, what are you saying there?
Well, then,
you're trying to
just,
you're trying to dig out Spurs. It didn't work, and
Why are you trying to
Yeah,
have
it
a-
did what?
Why are you trying to have a
it
go at
didn't
Harry Kane
work.
though?
And I just realised you're a Leeds fan, and you're saying that as well. That's nuts to me.
So, when's the last time you won a league
So
title?
we've got a couple
That's
more
crazy.
super
What?
chats.
Was there
I'm not
colour
even-
around when you won a league? No, I didn't think so.
yeah.
Chazza is a
make your
member.
jokes.
You can
Make your
become a
jokes.
member on DR
can't
Sports. You
believe
can
this,
click the
man.
link in the
Nuts.
description down below.
It's nuts to be fair.
Chazza says Saka is much better than
All
Rafinha.
hits, no misses.
Dave Jordan donated £2. Says
All
tight
misses, no
shorts
hits.
on Lewis Skelly better than Nwerny, in my opinion.
Who's that? Who's better than?
I've got no idea what
I
you're
think they
saying.
talk about
The,
Ethan.
the Arsenal Academy players.
Yeah, that's Ethan, isn't it?
Brandon
That's what Ethan-
Meason says Chelsea fan here. Saka is clear of Rafinha.
I don't know. I still like Rafinha.
He's just salty because he turned them down.
Rafinha is not winning any Ballon d'Ors. Neither is Saka, to be fair. Chazza,
you
I
never
hope
know.
Leeds get relegated after these horrible takes. Sorry, mate.
That's a bit harsh.
No, I do not blame him.
So
But you were speaking about sorry to cut you off there. You were speaking about
Valverde.
Fede Valverde, another great player midfielder you've had, Uruguayan, Bentancur. Great midfield pairing, you'd think, between them. Uruguay start off against Korea. Poor. Failed to really control the pace of the game. I was quite let down by that.
Well, like you
I
said,
don't
it's
know
just
what
the
you
first
guys
game.
I think the pace of the game wasn't really the issue for me.
What's
I
the
think
foul?
it was more the quality in the final third.
The
I think the Uruguay midfield did their thing. Valverde, I don't think he had a bad game.
But
I
they
think-
didn't really control the game. Korea was still having a lot of joy in there, I think.
I think Korea have got some good
They're-
ball.
they're good players.
They've
They're
got
good
some
team.
good technical players.
Yeah,
Like,
they're good
they're
team,
comfy. They're comfy on the ball. But I didn't really look at that and think, wow, like Korea have had the edge here over
Good ball.
over Uruguay. But I do think they had that big chance, South Korea, in the first half that they should have taken. The guys blazed it over the bar. But yeah, I don't know. I still think Uruguay have got a lot to offer, but
Yeah, I
the
think
attack it's leaving a lot to be desired right now. It is.
Do you think Cavani should start ahead of
Suarez?
Suarez?
Yeah, I do. I think Suarez is cooked these days, man.
Really?
Yeah, man. He's
Interesting.
Listen, I love Luis Suarez, and I think you want him in the squad just for that moment of quality that he can produce, but he shouldn't be starting games in 2022. I think,
How old is he? 35?
35 or something.
I think he
Wow.
might be older
Wow.
than that. Like,
Might be, yeah.
Nunez, for me, Nunez is the most mobile attacker.
Nunez, yeah.
And as inconsistent as he is technically, he's a live wire. Like, he's someone
Yeah.
who's going to cause that team
Yeah.
problems. They should be catering the attack to try and get the most out of him. Because if you get the most out of him, he can facilitate the likes of Suarez or Cavani.
Do you think there's sometimes especially with World Cups and when the players are older, it's going to be their last World Cup. Do you think there's too much sentiment in
100%.
some managers?
100%.
Like the
There's
likes
way
of
too much
Otamendi starting over Martinez for Argentina. That's got to be more.
The Otamendi
Sentiment,
one,
isn't it?
the Otamendi
Possibly.
one, I can sort of sympathise with the manager there because Otamendi's been one of the regulars in the team in the team that's been unbeaten for 35 games. So I can understand that to a certain extent, even though you're right. It should be Lisandro and Romero when both are fit and fresh, right? But generally, yes, I do think there's a tendency to reward some of these players because of their past exploits as opposed to what they're able to offer now. Case in point, Daley Blind. I was talking today at left wing back. What's Daley Blind going to do in this role at left wing back? What is he going to do? He's not going to do anything.
Yeah, I agree with that. There are some managers that go out and play players like Suarez, who is I think clearly past it because they know this is going to be their last World Cup. But you've got to be, I think where the winners.
No, but if you say that, you look at someone like Dani Alves, for instance.
Dani Alves,
who has been there, done that, took them to the Olympics at 39 or 38.
Yeah.
He's on the bench. I'm hearing now that Danilo is injured and he has to be the one to play. And he's still playing. I don't think it matters.
No, age like a fine wine.
There's going to be exceptions in the case. I mean, some players are just excellent and they make the team work. But you look at like the Euros, for instance. Somebody's missed out on a place in the Euros, and there's Gareth Southgate took Jordan Henderson, even though he was injured, because he was a laugh in the dressing room. He's good for the dressing room.
Yeah, but he was experienced. That's why, because you don't need someone to necessarily
injured,
come on.
What's the point? What's the
but
point?
It's like they did that Barcelona. They brought not Barcelona, Spain. They brought Piqué, because I don't know if you've been seeing, they've basically been doing these Twitch streams every night talking about his selection and everything. And he said, he wants him to be around the camp and basically make everyone happy.
Piqué is not part of the squad.
Not Piqué, I forgot the name. The guy was speaking about him, this Spanish guy. No, I forgot who it was then, but he brought him basically for the morale. Around the camp and the experience that he was going to bring. So off the pitch is
Busquets. Is it Busquets?
It might have been Busquets. Someone in the chat will probably know who it is.
It's Busquets.
Yeah,
probably
Busquets.
But Busquets is starting, isn't it?
Yeah, Busquets played.
But my issue is that you look at France, for instance, with your Henderson analogy. You look at France. They refuse to call up a replacement for Benzema.
Yes,
they rather go one man shot.
That's crazy.
But Zidane is there. I say Zidane. Anthony Martial is there. Lacazette is there. Some other players are there. But you can just make up the numbers in case you win.
In that case and point, wouldn't it be better to take a kid?
Something like that. Just take someone.
Yeah. Just to be around the camp and someone who you think is going to maybe be a future potential pick for the next World Cup. Benzema's not there. What's the point in having a blank spot? Try to save money or what?
But again, you can also take a player maybe that helped out in the qualifiers.
That wasn't picked.
That wasn't picked, and then you just pick him and just because you can win the medal or a good medal or whatever, World Cup, and it will remain with the person forever.
Maybe they want to put that blank medal on eBay. They're going to have a spare medal and they put it on eBay afterwards.
But what would you rather? Plan for the future tournament that's not even promised. Look at Italy, didn't even qualify. Shocks happen like that. Or plan for the now and bring someone who, he's not going to feature on the team, but he's probably still going to have more of an impact on the overall squad than some youngster like Theo Walcott.
Yeah, I think during Euro 96, I don't think obviously wasn't picked for the squad, but I remember being a West Ham fan, they took Rio Ferdinand, Frank Lampard and a couple of other youngsters from other teams to go and train with the side during the tournament, and obviously they went on to become world-class players, so it can't hurt. No. It can't hurt. Yeah.
But I don't think that was a direct causation of that or consequence of that happening.
But it had
but they're giving them experience early.
Exactly.
And then they know that they've got big potential to become England players.
Well, to play devil's advocate, they didn't do anything for England that group. So
they were world-class players.
They were world-class, but for club, but for England, they didn't do anything.
They were still world-class players.
I'm not taking anything away from them. Absolutely, they were some of the greatest players in Premier League history.
It's the whole thing, isn't it?
No, yeah, of course. But I mean, if you're talking strictly internationally, is the only basis I'm going off here.
Sadiq says, put respect on the team's player. Netherlands are still beating Ecuador 1-0. There's not really much going on, to be quite honest with you. That's why we're having
Wesley Sneijder.
To be fair, I always see him. He's piled on the pounds over the years.
He's put on a little bit.
In his prime, he was one of my favourite players, man.
Wicked player.
He was class.
Have you seen Samir Nasri already? As well.
Edgar Davids.
A lot. Oh man, Barnet legend Edgar Davids. I'll never forget that. player manager for Barnet, and he used to sub himself on and kept getting himself sent off, man.
Davids, I remember him at Spurs. He scored a nice goal against Wigan. He won that game 2-1.
Okay.
Go on.
Oh.
Terrible ball. Terrible.
Glenn Yedi's got a question. Was Balotelli ever a world-class player in your opinion? No, definitely not.
No, he wasn't.
He had all the potential in the world, but absolutely screwed it up.
The max he
Possibly
was.
not.
The max he was at one point was quality. Like he was a quality player at one point, but that's the max. I remember Balotelli because I played with him on Foot Manager years ago.
Oh, I thought you were going to say you actually played with him. I was going to say.
No.
I was like, who are you? What's going on there, man?
On Foot Manager, I remember it. So Foot Manager during like secondary school time. So like we're talking like 2006, 2007. Balotelli and I think it was Carlos Eduardo. No, Carlos Eduardo. I can't remember who the other one's name. They had Wonder Kids on FM. They had the 4.5 star, 5-star Wonder Kids. Balotelli was the one that he'd always signed. Balotelli, Lukaku, and Yaya Sanogo. They were the top 3 strikers.
Right. I used to be playing. It wasn't even called Football Manager. It was called Championship Manager when I was a kid.
Yeah.
And you always used to sign the Wonder Kids, and there was one for Charlton, Richard Rufus. Everyone,
really?
Yeah,
Oh, shit,
everyone
yes.
always signed Richard Rufus.
Richard Rufus.
He was quality, mate.
Wow.
He became a minister at my old church.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Richard Rufus.
KICC, yeah.
Yeah, honestly.
You go to KICC?
My parents do. I went there as a kid though.
Ashimolo, isn't it?
Yeah.
Richard Rufus.
Yeah,
He
do
got
you remember
injured, didn't he? Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
He got injured. Never really fulfilled his potential.
Could
He
say
was
he
good
never
defender when
really
he played. He got
raised
injured,
the
though.
roof.
Sorry?
Never really raised the roof.
He never really raised the roof.
Richard Rufus
Cheesy.
was one. And I think a bit further on, Curtis Woodhouse was one as well.
Curtis Woodhouse.
The name
He
rings a bell.
turned to a boxer.
He did turn into a boxer, yeah.
Wow.
And everyone used to sign Freddie Adu. I don't know if you remember
Yes.
that name.
Of course.
You know,
he went to America.
And Pro Evo as well. From Arsenal as well. I really liked him.
I think you mean North London.
Quincy.
I believe you mean North London Reds.
Yeah,
not
North
Arsenal.
London Reds. North London Reds, Merseyside Blue. Remember, this is what I'm
Arsenal
saying.
That's
The
Arsenal
kids, the
FC.
kids these days, they
Talking
don't
about-
know how good Pro Evo used to be so clear.
On the
It used to be
PS2,
so
PS2
clear.
PES.
They've
was
ruined
the
it, man.
prime.
They ruined it. And even FIFA and Pro in FIFA. So it was Pro Evo from maybe early noughties to around I think it was 2007, 2008 where
Yeah.
it fell off.
Good.
And then FIFA, I think from like 2006, I want to say 2006, 2007, it really went up.
No, it was 2010. It was whenever they went, or 2009 when they first brought out Ultimate Team. That was the end of
Nah,
PES. The second Ultimate Team came out. Nobody
Nah.
played PES anymore.
Ultimate Team was.
Yeah.
I've never really been a fan of Ultimate Team. I'm more of a online or career mode type
That is
guy.
online.
Career mode.
No, as in, but like
Yeah,
it's
but
online seasons.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
As opposed to
teams you got, the teams you've got.
yeah. So and but yeah, no, like I think FIFA. I remember FIFA was sick when it had Fernando Torres at Liverpool,
Yeah,
2007. He was amazing on that game.
Yeah.
It's giving me flashbacks, man.
That's
What a
the
game.
lowest amount of injury time
What a
I've seen
game.
in a game so far. 3 minutes added on in the end.
We had
Brazil had 1
2
minute.
1 minute. We had a
1
yeah,
minute,
last
really?
minute.
1 minute, yeah.
Wow.
I know, crazy. Do not scratch your
Pro
eyes.
Evo from when it first became Pro Evo, because it used to be ISS before
Yeah,
Pro
yeah, yeah.
Evo. But me and my brother played that Inter Milan back in the day with Casemiro and
Wow.
Adriano and
Adriano, that was the one I was
Yeah.
thinking of.
Obafemi.
Recobar, Inter Milan on Pro
Milito.
Evo was even Zlatan when he
Zlatan was there,
went there.
Zanetti.
Yeah, Materazzi,
Javier Zanetti, yeah.
Javier Zanetti, Crespo,
Crespo,
and
yes.
what's my man's name? Dejan Stankovic,
Stankovic,
Yeah.
yeah.
Cambiasso. Inter.
Cambiasso,
That's all right.
Yes.
I didn't mean Casper, I mean
Vieri
Cambiasso.
as well.
Cambiasso.
Yeah,
He used to have-
Vieri.
he used to have
Vieri.
this little move on the.
What was the
on-
right back
on-
again
on-
that Bill skinned?
Michael.
Michael, yeah. I remember I used to have this little move on Pre-Evo from a corner. Used to get it out to Cambiasso on the edge of the box, and he used to volley one in. And, you know, every time my cousin, it used to make my cousin mad, mate.
You know who was a cheat code on that? Recobar's free kicks.
Rack up. Roberto Carlos up front.
Roberto
in Real
Carlos up
Madrid.
front.
Roberto Carlos up front. You could honestly, he was unstoppable. Unstoppable.
Hang on, is this Gonzalo Plata?
Obafemi Martins was unstoppable. I'm telling you.
Obafemi.
Femi Martins, yeah.
Femi,
99
I'm
pace.
telling you.
Here we go.
Good ball.
Nod it in. Oh, it's corner, I think.
Ecuador still in this.
You know when you name that Inter Milan side and you're saying them from like 2006, 2007, it just makes me think how mad of an accomplishment it was to win that Champions League.
He's got
in
a good lead,
2010
Valencia, man.
with Jose, with all those old players. Melito, man.
Nah, but
how old was he when he won it?
Nah, but that team they had was a quality team.
It was good, but it was a lot of has-beens. There's a lot of people that they thought, like Argentina now, they're past their best. They're too leggy.
Well, I don't know, because I think
that's good.
I think
what I mean is great accomplishment.
Wesley Sneijder banged, went to Real Madrid. They won the league with Real Madrid in his first season. Second season, inconsistency issues. Then he went to Inter Milan and he smashed it, man. I think you're right. The right ingredients came together at that point in time.
Well, it was Jose. It was a master. It was a tactical
Jose,
master.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. So that's what I mean. The right ingredients, the manager, the players, but that team was quality, man. My God.
They're going to have to chat. They're going to have to check this offside.
Estupinian.
Nah.
Whoa.
Estupinan.
That's offside.
What?
Nah, never, man.
What?
I think he's given off. Is he given offside?
I think so.
What's he looking at?
Because
Someone in the
Ecuador fans are
crowd, maybe.
They're going to have to check this on VAR.
Kind of looks like Angel Di Maria.
He looked offside to me, I must say. That's why I said we're going to have to.
I need to see it again.
No, look at that. He's
But
been
there's people on the
shoved,
line.
Let's see.
No
way. No, his view was
But
offside.
the man on the line was offside.
Yeah,
So let's
but
see
he's not
what
doing anything, man.
they're going to check this in VAR.
Oh, but he's in front of the goalkeeper.
Oh no, the
No, he's not.
goalkeeper had already dived, man.
Yeah.
They're gonna rule this out.
If they rule that out, that is criminal.
Yes. Wow.
He was obstructing his view for you.
He was, to be honest. But it's annoying. He was obstructing his view, but the deflection was gonna take it the other side anyway. And that in these situations, that's what pisses me off.
Yeah, so
Because
that's a
even if
difficult one, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Even if the player wasn't there, that's still going in because the keeper's diving.
Yeah, he'd already dived. Well,
that's stupid.
That is going to be controversial.
Yeah.
That is big. That's a massive goal as well.
Yeah.
Puts it all down to the
It's
line.
a massive let off
For
for
Holland, yeah.
I want
For
Ecuador to do it,
Netherlands.
man. That'd be big for them. But I mean, I guess it's one of those. If the keeper doesn't give it, do they go and say it's not a clear and obvious error? Do they change it? That's why I don't get this whole clear and obvious thing. Because
See, this is the problem with these stupid.
it's double standards.
Yeah, because no one knows, do they? See, the keeper had already been diving. You can obviously make an argument that he was blocking the keeper's view, but the keeper wouldn't have seen it anyway. It was a huge deflect. I don't know. That's a crazy one. It took no time to review the goal,
No,
so
it didn't.
they'd already made their minds up that was, and they obviously didn't think it was so much of a clear and obvious error. So yeah, that's crazy. It's still 1-0 to Holland then, half time. Boys, you enjoyed this game?
It's been alright.
Yeah, I think Ecuador
are still in this. Yeah.
They're
Holland have
in
had their
to watch.
moments. They've had their moments. Like they've had like one or two moves that they've put together. But again, one moment of brilliance aside from Cody Gakpo, I don't think they've really worked this Ecuador defence. I think when you're looking at the game, it looks like Ecuador's the one that's sort of
They've been on the ascendancy. I
trying to
definitely
take the
think.
game
Yeah.
more to Holland, but I guess at the same time Holland have got the lead, so they're the ones. Ecuador obviously need to go and push for that equal.
Just a reminder that today's World Cup Gameday Live is brought to you by Manscaped, the world's leader in below the belt grooming. This is Black Friday weekend. You can get an amazing 25% off your order and free shipping by using the code World Cup at checkout or by following the link in the description. Go and get your balls some Christmas presents and go and get 25% off today. Have you all got your balls Christmas presents? Got your Christmas balls going to be freshened for it's a month today.
Hopefully we've got it on the wheel there. One lucky person today
we could win it.
is going to be winning a Manscaped gift.
Really?
So yeah, it's on the wheel. The newest
Spin the
edition.
wheel then, Coletti.
to the
Let's
wheel
go. I want the Manscaped
is
gift.
the
Manscaped.
Come on, here we go.
I want to see him dance actually.
no chili, please, no chili. I've been dancing.
Why do you not want to?
I've been dancing too much.
Let's go. Soft spin. Darts.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
Darts.
We've already had one
Three
person
darts.
win darts today.
Who won it?
Guy in the.
The guy that was
first
sitting here, I can't remember his name.
Really?
Darius,
Darius,
yeah, 150.
Iranian guy. Good day
won
for him.
£50.
Iran won, and he won
Robbie
50
won it.
quid.
2 darts, mate. 2 darts into the first darts of the
he's
of the
good.
World
So is that
Cup.
2 people have won? Just
Go on. Oh,
Can we make it lucky number 3?
miles away. Oh, that's closer. Oh, unlucky, my friend. Go on, James. You can spin the wheel, my mate.
Manscaped, come on. 3rd time lucky.
Manscaped,
Third time is the charm.
Manscaped. Come on.
Come on. Here we go. I bottled it, man.
Darts.
Oh, he's lucky.
he's lucky.
You're lucky you didn't get chili. What?
I'd rather have the chili, man.
No, you don't. Last time he ate a chili on the stream, he couldn't talk for.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't
chili,
recall
man.
that, mate. I think this chili thing's all overhyped.
I think
You're
so
really
too.
far away, mate.
I think so too.
Oh, here.
Yeah,
I can go
yeah.
here. Oh, it's
Yeah.
easy then.
That's a bit too.
I was too far then. I have to repeat my own.
What you-
Okay. All right.
You
Just
ran a
getting
good game.
getting the trajectory.
But you're not. Oof, that's
All
close.
right. Here we go. This is the one.
Unlucky, my friend. Topes,
Alright, let's go.
get yourself a Manscaped gift, my friend.
I think I've even got that Manscaped pack as well.
Spin it right, and your balls will thank you.
Cheers.
Have we got the sauce? Yeah! Bring it in
No,
here.
they said that one. No, this is the chili here. The chili is here. Don't take that.
Toby was saying he wants the sauce.
You want to take the sauce?
Toby said he wants the
Have a
sauce.
dab of that, mate. Not
Okay.
too much, yeah. Otherwise, you'll be out for the.
Oh, he's
You'll be
pouring
out
it
for this
on.
stream and the next one. DMYG saying, "Don't do it, Tobes.
Don't do
Be
it.
careful, Tobes."
Whoa, that's
Seriously.
a big chunk. Can we get a close up on that? Oh. You gotta give it a minute. So I've been
Okay.
told.
Yeah, it's hot, but
Is
It's
it
nothing,
Yoruba boy?
right? It's nothing.
They eat
Yeah?
pepper very well.
Go on then, spin the wheel,
else,
Ty. Well done, mate. You took that well.
it's hot. It's nice though.
Come on, get the Manscaped gift.
Manscaped.
Come on.
That's a big spin, mate.
Sing! I just missed.
Yeah.
Sing!
What's he gonna sing? Give us a Michael Jackson song.
Breathe again. Down shall never
Toby
breathe
Braxton.
again.
Go back there, and you got to sing a song to the camera for 30 seconds.
What is going on, man? What can I think of? I'm going to think of an instrumental. Oh, yeah, I know what I do.
Instrumental.
Yes. I do Axel Foley by Howard Fortemire from Beverly Hills Cops.
It's cheating.
That doesn't count. That's not a song. That's not singing.
That's a song.
Forfeit. You're gonna have to do a
Yeah.
chili as well, man. That's not singing.
That's not singing,
Right,
mate.
sit
That's
down. Sit down.
This is not a
Go
song.
eat chili. Go eat
Sit
chili.
down. I'm gonna spin the wheel. Hopefully, I'll
Get
get this
yourself some
Manscaped
Manscaped.
gift.
I hope you get the chili.
Come on, man.
I hope you get the chili.
No, I hope I don't.
Go on, Nick.
I got two.
Come on.
Oh, good spin, Nicky.
It's a big spin. Big swing.
Jeez.
No ding.
Oh,
No.
stars.
Oh, it's nearly there. Look, it was there. The Manscaped
I
gift.
can't believe I
Hold
got
that
seen.
iPad for a second.
You seem like a man who knows his way around a dartboard.
That's because I'm fat and bald. Is that what you're saying?
He's not
No.
saying. He's not saying that.
No, by the way, when I was throwing it, you were assessing
You
the
saying I
score.
look like a Brexit guy? Is that what you're saying?
These are
I
your
mean,
words.
so what? Most of the West Ham fans aren't they like Brexiters, right?
Are they? That's
Terrible.
Are they? I don't-
Nah, you know the scores. The scores on the doors.
Yeah, that wasn't very good though, was it? But no one won the Manscaped gift,
Unfortunately.
unfortunately. But
I was closest.
Ty should have another spin just for
For what?
Yeah,
for the singing. That was
Oh,
that's
that's fine. That's fine. Right, that's fine. Okay.
that's criminal.
You're not winning the
You're not
Manscaped.
winning the Manscaped gift,
Yeah.
though.
You're not winning the
What do you
Manscaped.
mean?
If
Why
you
not?
get Manscaped, you have to do chili.
If you get sing this time, I want a proper song. Sing.
Saved.
Sing.
He's saved.
Wait, no, that's sing.
That's
That's
sing.
sing.
What now?
I want a proper song this time.
Like what? Let me think. It's gonna have to be an 80s song. One of my favourite 80s
What?
songs.
I want something by Shaggy. Please. I'll do the other bit, and you do the. It wasn't me. Yeah.
Go with it.
And it came in and she got me red-handed, creeping with a girl next door.
Okay.
Picture this, we were both butt naked, loving on the bathroom floor. Then I forget that I had
Given her a master key. She was standing
Give us
there.
Michael
She
Jackson.
never took her
I'm
eyes off
looking at the
Man
in the mirror. Oh yeah, I'm asking you to change his ways. I can't remember the man in the mirror.
If you want to make a doubt, I like the best, then look at yourself and make a change.
Right, come on, sit down.
It's okay.
Thank you, Nicky. It's Nicky Daddy.
That's some good
He's
singing
so
with that
close to
first
it.
song.
I'll tell you that there is big controversy. There's so many people saying not offside, was offside. It's the rules. It's not the rules.
I don't know. It's a very, very
big
strange
talking
one.
point at half
It is
time.
what
Is it an off? Was it cancelled because of
Offside, yeah. The offside was the reason it was cancelled.
Right.
But there's big, massive.
As in the guy who was obstructing the goalkeeper. Was
Yes,
offside.
yeah. That
Right.
was what the offside was given for. How do we sort this one out? I mean, it's been ruled out, so it doesn't really matter. But you know, that's going to be a big talking point.
It
Isn't
would be a big talking point. It would be a big talking point. I don't know, Nicky. How do you sort it out? I don't know.
There needs to be. I don't know, man. I feel like stuff like that, and I remember it happened against Everton I think it was last season. When was it De Gea? And they let the it was either the goal stood or the goal got cancelled. I can't remember. But in those situations, like the goalkeeper's not going to get the ball, even if the player wasn't there. The
he's already
goalkeeper's not gonna
dived.
get the ball.
It was a deflection. The man's on the
player
side.
thought he was the goalkeeper thought the ball's going in one direction. It's deflected off a player who was in the same passage play and is in an onside position. Why is the goal disallowed? Because someone who was offside but had no bearing on the actual goal itself is offside.
Kelechi?
I think he was interfering with play.
He was.
He blocked the view of the goalkeeper. But would it have really mattered? I don't know.
Well, that's the question.
They also went by the letter of the law. I don't think it would have mattered because he wouldn't have expected that deflection to come, the goalkeeper. So
Because he'd
the
already
rules are-
dived before, hadn't he?
Yeah. The rules are the rules. It's been cancelled, like you said, and we'll go again second half.
But yeah, I think it's one of those. If the referee, it's because of the referee's decision. Basically, if he hadn't disallowed it, I don't think VAR would have gone and
Yeah,
done
I don't
it.
think so.
I think they basically look at that and say it's not a clear and obvious error, so we can't change it. Which should that be the case? Should they be more lenient on what is and isn't a clear and obvious error? Do you think?
They should be, but I don't know.
Kano Ooblo says, block the view when? When did he block the view? He'd already dived, he'd already
shot,
seen it.
yeah.
But yeah, it's a straight. It's going to be one of them ones where you're going to have to see it from the goalkeeper's point of view.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, because if he obviously the referee can't see that.
No.
Whether he's going to block but you know, letter of the law, it's unfair. But it's still going on in the chat.
Yeah, I have to big up. I don't know how the linesman saw that.
Xhaka's goal against Manchester United stood. Similar sort of goal.
So I mean, it's
Was it?
Who is that person?
I don't know what one he's talking about.
No, but he's right.
I can remember that.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah,
I can remember that.
remember,
But then for every you can talk
Oh,
about.
yeah, no, that should have been disallowed,
trillion
actually.
Manchester United goals that have been like that. Because that's probably a Manchester United fan. So no, I don't think we start whatever, man.
no, that one
That's
should have been
rubbish.
disallowed. To be fair.
Who's
Really?
on
Well, like Harry Kewell's goal, yeah. When Harry Kewell played basketball, yeah. Go on, sorry, Nicky.
who's on the ascendancy here? Who do you fancy in this game? Because
I think it's going to end a draw.
a draw.
Ecuador.
Tobes did score draw.
I'd say Holland
early.
at the moment. While they're not conceded, because they just need to get second and the game's over.
Ake's been good though. I think Ake and I think the Holland defence is looking.
It's good. They haven't
It's
conceded.
looking
ever.
stronger than it did against Senegal.
Yes,
But I think Ecuador are getting closer and closer.
they're getting closer. Yeah, they are. But
But
Going
it's
in.
a Saudi game, in my opinion. The longer it stays at 1-0, the more chance. And the Japan
Yes.
game as well.
yeah, it's true. No, you're right, Nicky. It's true.
Yeah, I think Ecuador will in the ascendancy. I think the Holland manager is going to have to do something at half time here. Because I don't think their attack has been, apart from a master stroke by who scored?
Cody Gakpo,
Cody Gakpo.
opening 5 minutes.
Apart from masterstroke from that goal.
But after the 25th minute or so, Ecuador have controlled the game. They've been doing all the attacking.
Allegedly.
United.
Apparently.
Nah, he's coming to Leeds, mate. He should have been there in the summer if we didn't bottle it, man. Owners bottled it. But Ecuador...
Really? Why did owners bottle it?
Because they left it till the last day and then tried to offer him £30 million. Like one of the best players in the Eredivisie is going to suddenly decide to come over in the last day. No, they went, sod off, mate. We want to keep him. We can't sign a replacement at this time. So the owners, if they'd actually, used some cojones and went in earlier...
Chazza said, which is very true. Chazza says, any Dutch player who has a semi-decent game is linked with United. It's a bit like when the Portuguese, the Portuguese Revolution came at Wolves. When any half decent Portuguese youngster was linked with Wolves.
To be fair, the Gakpo link makes sense. One, because like you said, the Ten Hag factor, and two, because they were linked with Gakpo in the summer, and three, they've just released Ronaldo.
So where does he play? What, as a number 9?
I think he can play striker, but he mainly plays off the left.
Exactly, he can play, but if they sell Ronaldo, do they not?
He's gone already.
I know, but that's what I mean. Do they not need to go in for a marquee number 9? A Harry Kane again?
Who are they going to sign in
Harry
January?
Kane again?
They're not signing Harry Kane.
They could still get Harry Kane.
I'm
pretty sure he wants out.
Not in January.
No, in January. No, in January.
That's the point I'm making, right?
No, but
I can't see
Gakpo
Kane
in
go to
January,
Manchester
sorry.
Yeah,
I don't.
Gakpo
I can't see Kane go to Manchester United. If
I
Kane
would,
does
I
leave,
would
he's
be
gonna go
more.
to
I would be more inclined at someone like Depay going to Man United than
Going
Well,
back?
going back.
Back.
back after
different manager, different regime.
Yeah.
They're about to sell the club.
Would he want to go back now?
I think he would. Personally, I think he would.
That's interesting.
But would they need him back? Is he going to really revolutionise their side? No,
I think he'd be a massive improvement on what they got right now. I think he can actually occupy centre backs,
unlock defence,
and he can drop deep and make stuff happen. And he's got a good
Memphis. Talk about
good shooting
I
technique.
like Memphis.
The person and
Anyway, the game is just about to kick off.
He's a good player.
Remember, you can
He's a good
still
player.
win a £5 credit when you play prediction battle. Just sign up, deposit, and play the USA versus England game. You get a £5 credit added to your account to play any league you want. Just scan the QR code or click the link in the description to join the prediction
Memphis
battle.
Depay.
There we go.
Man had
Werner to United. It's just moved though, isn't he? Yeah.
Oh, mate, yeah, that would be a good move. Werner is a top player, man.
Why would they
He is
I
a top
can't
player.
believe
You're doing-
everyone jumps on the back of him, but in Europe, especially for Chelsea, man, he does the business.
Werner's
Off
not
the
a top
ball
player.
as well.
I think
He's
he's
behind
I
the
think
press.
this is Leeds mentality coming through.
This is not a Leeds mentality. Well, a winning mentality, a mentality of a club that actually wins trophies. Okay, so maybe it is a winning mentality.
I don't want to troll here, but what did Leeds last win? No, just
When did you last win a league title, mate?
He's going to say the championship.
When have you last won a league title?
when did you last win a league title?
Don't get sucked in.
No, it's all right, I don't mind.
No, Ty.
I don't mind.
I know you don't mind, but don't answer. Don't rise to. Don't rise.
I like it.
Don't
I
rise
like
to
it.
it. 'Cause
Typical
he's-
Spurs, not rising to the occasion.
Don't rise to this.
Hey.
We're talking. This is a guy who just said Timo Werner is a top player. You saw him.
He is a top player. How is Timo Werner not a top player?
Why are you dissing though?
In the
Why are you
Premier League,
dissing?
and he drowned. He literally drowned.
He did not literally drown. He was
literally
imperative
drowned.
in them winning a Champions League.
So what?
What do you mean, so what? Winning
How
a
is he-
Champions League.
How is he imperative?
What? How is he not imperative?
How is he
In the-
imperative?
Okay, he scored vital goals in the lead up.
scored
In the
a-
final,
he
in
scored
the
a goal-
final, the
he scored
goal.
a goal
Did you
against
see?
Real Madrid.
Did you see that beautiful off the ball run that he made in the Champions League final
I can't believe
to
what this
open
guy's
up the
saying.
room, the space for Kai Havertz?
Werner-
Beautiful play, mate.
Werner is
igniting the press.
You know what? I want you lot to sign Werner. Sign Werner.
I'll take Werner.
Yeah, I want you.
You
to
telling
sign
me
him.
you
I
wouldn't
think he's
take
a good
Werner?
player.
You telling me you wouldn't take Werner?
No,
in
I
your
wouldn't
squad?
take Werner. No.
Of course you would, man.
Why would I take Werner? What does he add to our team?
He adds strength in depth and he adds
No, but I'm
off the
saying
ball work.
in terms of what we have right now, what does he add to the team?
Okay, well right now you have...
DMYG is just to
have
Terrell
R9
said
bang,
Toby
so-
rates Pulisic.
No, I
well-
don't. He's crap.
No, I think Pulisic is good.
Rubbish.
I think Pulisic is good.
He's only saying that because when we were on the Big Six and we were on Fox News, innit? And I normally call him the American bum, but when he asked me what's your thoughts on Pulisic, I said, he's Captain America. He's Captain America.
You gassed him up, yeah?
So he was on an American network.
Yeah,
He
no,
couldn't-
yeah,
he
he was
couldn't
gassing
do
him up.
that.
Yeah, he didn't want to get cancelled in America. That's what it was.
Yeah, exactly.
Smokey Sent says Toby has high standards. Tom Pariska says Toby is only known because of the Big Six. No, he's not.
No, that's not true.
No, it's because he's a charismatic, enigmatic.
Somebody said earlier when we were singing the song, it was blocked. Shivam B says the fat one's always got a great voice.
That's Nicky to you. That's nice, isn't it? My gosh.
I used to be fatter, to be quite honest. It's because we're used to opening our mouth so wide to shove food.
But that's
in.
it's Nicky, by the way. His name is Nicky, and he's the host, by the way. Yeah. My gosh.
It's all right, man. They can call me the fat one. I don't mind.
It was good singing.
Thanks, it was good singing, actually. The shaggy one, it was Tobi. Everyone.
Nicky,
was
why read that out? Why not? You know what I mean? Everyone's got to laugh at themselves at some point. I thought that was quite a funny comment.
Yeah.
Name me a Chelsea attacker that has worked out since Hazard. Says Jim.
Timo Werner.
No, he hasn't.
Yes, he has.
He didn't work out.
Yes, he has.
Very good player, but he didn't work out.
He might not work out in the gym so much. Maybe his arms aren't as big as yours, but
he's
still working out on the pitch.
He didn't work out on the pitch for Chelsea.
Oh, of course he worked out on the pitch.
He didn't work out.
He didn't even net double.
Werner, there's no
he never even netted
League.
double figures for Chelsea in the league. Right?
Yeah, fair enough, mate. But it's not all about it's not all about goals. It's about everything else.
But he was brought in to be an attacker.
That's a good question.
He's got morale. He was funny in the dressing room as well. So I've heard.
I'll tell you first. Chelsea fans would have to say that. I don't know.
No, I'll tell you, they've not signed any good attackers.
What, since Hazard?
Since
who's worked out like
Hazard? Sorry, tell a lie. Raheem Sterling and
Raheem has done nothing at the moment. I think.
He started off.
What's he done?
He started off okay and he tailed off.
Raheem Sterling is.
He's been shit for them in recent weeks.
He's a good player.
No, he hasn't been terrible.
He's a quality player.
He hasn't been.
What's he done? I don't think he's done anything personally.
Nah, he's someone that gets them on the break very well. Chelsea as a whole haven't really been doing that well recently. They've been floundering as such. He has.
They've signed poor attackers. Kai Havertz, Shy Havertz, he's poor. I've been telling people that this guy's a fraud.
No, he's not. Again, in Europe, Kai Havertz and Werner, imperative. Man scored a winner in a Champions League final, but yet he wasn't a worthy attacker.
Okay,
man scored a winner.
He scored a winner in a Champions League final 2 years ago.
That's big stuff, man.
It is big stuff.
That is big.
Okay, now what?
That's folklore, mate.
Now what? So because
and now what? He's lethal in the air. His hold-up play is very good. His link-up play
his hold-up play isn't very good.
Yes, it is very good.
It's not very good because they're literally playing him up top for Germany and he can't make the ball stick.
He can make it stick. He's like super glue.
Why's the goalkeeper
tell you what,
slow?
He is human super glue.
He's crap, mate. Good challenge.
Sticky,
Go on.
sticky.
Play him. There you go. Come on.
Rip it!
Oh!
It could be offside, man. Yeah, is that a goal?
It's a goal. It looks like a goal.
Tobi was right.
Hasn't been raised
yet. Is that West Ham legend? West Ham legend, Valencia.
He's a top scorer in the World Cup.
Mate, I'm telling you, Netherlands.
Oh man,
Netherlands, they look mid.
Why did you let him go?
Timber playing himself into trouble there.
You're a trouble, can't you?
Timber playing himself. Come on, look at these guys.
Tobi was right.
Pray to God.
Tobi was right. I thought Netherlands would finish the game.
In the first game they celebrated and it was cancelled. So hopefully this one will be cancelled.
I think that's why he's tapping his head. We're going to check this. I'm sure they're going to check it.
VAR kills the emotion, doesn't it?
Van Dijk is praying to the gods.
He's putting his hand up.
Well, he better pray.
He's doing some sort of signing celebration.
What's the evidence to say? If this is ruled out, it would be terrible. It really would be terrible. But he doesn't look like
I don't know what he's doing there.
He's signing his West Ham contract. He's re-signing.
You're a troublemaker, you know.
It's just poor from Netherlands. Poor header.
Let's have a look at this.
From Daily Blind. Then
let's have a look. There's Ender Valencia there.
Oh, beautiful challenge.
It's a great challenge, but Timber plays himself into trouble there. I don't really understand that.
He's onside. Why onside?
He's onside, so that's it. He's onside.
Nathan Ake, you're talking about there, fell asleep.
No, he was. Oh, yeah.
Bit too much cough medicine, maybe.
What are you talking cough?
Should have. Well, when you think he had a hat-trick goal ruled out in the first game, he should have 4 goals this tournament. He's the top scorer.
Ake tried to step up, but he stepped up too late.
Yeah. Top goal scorer in the competition so far.
I've got to say, I'm loving these celebrations of the teams. It's absolutely
I love it as well. Pray to God, man. Thank God.
It's fantastic.
Thank you, God.
Are you sure that celebration? Yeah, is that part of the? You remember when he was arrested for? He rumored to be arrested for not paying child support.
Oh, I heard about this. You know,
you didn't see the video.
I didn't see the video.
They said he faked an injury. Then you know how they wheel you out with the cart thing, and then the police were out chasing her.
Allegedly, really?
So maybe he said, "I've signed."
Yeah, maybe maybe yeah, it's true. Maybe, yeah. Wow. Well done, Ecuador, though.
Eh?
Well done, Ecuador, to get back to
Vamos, Ecuador, carajo.
I need to quickly
What does that
use
mean?
the loo.
Yes, mate, you go.
Let's something go, Ecuador. And that something is for the chat to decipher. A little
Should be
nugget.
2-1 Ecuador. Should be. I think it should be.
Yeah, possibly,
My
yeah,
opinion.
possibly.
It's going to wake Netherlands up, though, this.
It will. This is what Senegal should have done, though. That's the sad thing.
And here's your man Depay already.
Yeah, he's on. The pie come on at half time. He
did,
came on
yeah.
for Bergwijn, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, right as you were talking about him, pops in. Nice.
Let's have a little preview of the England game. What do you think about tonight's game? Obviously, we watched Wales get beaten
Yes.
quite
Convincing.
convincingly against Iran.
You say
to be honest,
comprehensively, but if Hennessy didn't get sent off, would they be beaten, though?
Well, no, yeah,
Well,
no,
but
the
it
thing
is what it is. He
team.
got sent off and they got
part of the
beat.
game.
So
And I think Iran
deserved
were
to
the
win.
better team. Iran
Yeah, they
were.
They deserved to win. They deserved to win. But now England have to. I think England will win tonight. I do.
does that put Wales out if England win? I'm
England,
trying to do the maths.
Wales. If England win tonight, Wales have to beat England to go through.
They
which is
have
gonna
to
be
beat England.
Very difficult. But England will rest players, won't they? But I can't see Wales beating England. No disrespect to Wales. I can't. But you never know. But I think England will win. I think England will win tonight.
Yeah. Well, we should do. I mean,
Will
look,
the pace cause them any trouble? I did say as convincing as what England were in attack. I did think at times the other night against Iran, the defence did look a little bit
But Iran
shaky.
was solid today, and look, everyone was saying, "Oh, it's only Iran. You beat
Yeah,
them
exactly.
6-2. You're saying
it's
only Iran."
no,
But then you look at the way that they dismantled Wales
yeah, no.
today. Oh, okay, dismantled is
no,
maybe a bit exaggerating, but the way that
Yeah.
they beat Wales,
yeah,
and the
resilient.
strong performance they put in.
Yeah.
And you compare that to how Wales played against USA. I
Yeah.
know USA have a couple of world-class players in Tyler Adams and Brendan Aronson, and they are going to be running the midfield.
Potentially not at the moment.
I think England are going to crucify him today, man.
I don't know
think
about
they're gonna
crucify,
whack
but I
him.
think England will win. I think
We'll
no,
whack him.
I think
On the break, we're
it was
too
good
lethal,
result.
man.
No, I agree with you. though. It was good result against Iran. To beat anybody 6-2 in the World Cup is a brilliant result. So no, it was a brilliant
I
result.
think
for
we'll
England.
at least
I don't
score
think England will
three, surely.
crucify. USA, no, I don't think England will win, but I don't think they'll crucify them.
And to answer your question, I don't think they're going to cause our defence any problems.
No, of course they will. No,
I
Nicky's
think
of
the
course they
one
will.
goal there,
looks-
they carve us open for
Christopher,
one goal.
is it Christopher Kelechi?
They've got some good
What's the name?
players.
They do.
George Weah,
They do. George Weah is
Timothy,
his
Timothy.
son or his
George Weah.
nephew.
Timothy's going to
Yeah.
cause England problems.
George
He
Weah
will.
is.
Yeah, Timothy.
Got
Yeah,
a couple of
Timothy.
Leeds boys, haven't
Tim
they?
Weah, yeah. Yeah, so I said Brendan Aronson, Tyler Adams,
Yeah.
captain Tyler Adams. Yeah,
But you
exactly,
said so
the
they're not going
midfield's
to cause
gonna
no
be strong.
problems to England then.
Well, hopefully not. Hopefully
You
not.
see, you just said no. You said look.
Look, hopefully not. Look, I said they got world-class players, but I'm not someone, like you were saying, you want to forget about it. So I'm not someone that brings club allegiances into international football. I'm not going to be sat there if Brendan Aronson scores, knee sliding. I
of
want
course
England to. I want England to smack them.
Yeah,
And,
but I don't
and
think they will smack them. I think they'll beat them, but I
I,
think they'll
feel,
smack them.
I really rate
Because
England, man.
you're underestimating USA then.
I'm not underestimating USA, but
you're saying England will
you're
smack them.
underestimating England.
I'm not.
This
I'm not,
England side is wow,
I'm not underestimating
generational.
England, but I'm saying that England won't smack USA. I think England will win, but it's not going to be. They're not going to batter them because USA are good. USA
No, but I think on the break they're not going to be able to deal with us, man.
But then what about USA on the break? That
Yeah, but
Timothy
Maguire, Stones, Trippier. We've got enough to
Timothy
deal with
against
him.
Maguire will be a problem.
No,
do you
Maguire
mean
is
no?
good, man. Maguire
Timothy
is
against
great for
Maguire.
England. Maguire
He's
is great for England,
but
man.
if he has someone running at him, that's
Yeah.
problems.
Give him some
I don't think
WD-40,
it's
he'll
going
be
to be
fine.
easy. I don't think
Exactly.
it's gonna, I do think England will win
I do think
tonight.
we'll
I
win.
think England will win quite
But it won't be
convincingly,
easy.
but I don't think it's going to be
It
an
won't
easy
be, it won't
game.
be.
It's not
That's
going to be cut and dry.
I
but
don't think
it could be
That
worse.
would be cut and dry, no.
I don't think they will smash them the way they smashed Iran. I don't think so.
No, but I think we'll score at least 3. I think
Really?
we'll have a lot of goals.
Yeah,
I
two,
think we
maybe
could
two.
get 4
4?
tonight. Yeah, I think we
And you
could
said
get
it
4
won't be
goals.
easy.
No, I don't think it will be easy. I think it'll be a tough game. I think the goals will come late.
Until the floodgates open, you mean?
I think England will take the lead. I think USA will be pressing. We'll go 2-0 and they'll
I'll
get
say
1.
2.
I think Pulisic will get their goal and then I think we'll score 2 late goals to wrap
Kind
it
of
up.
how England play. We kind of shock teams, don't we? We score 1 and then we'll score a couple in
US
like quick succession after that.
USA will definitely score tonight. I think. I think
Yeah, I think
the
they'll
way,
score 2.
The way they play, England are going to struggle with that for a little moment. But I think England obviously will have enough cutting
Yeah, I
edge,
think so.
cutting edge to win the game. I think England are going to score at least 2 goals tonight, personally, and I think with England as well, they do give quite a few chances. to teams. No matter who England are playing, they will always give a chance away.
Yeah.
So
No, I agree with that. Yeah, I agree with that. That's where I think we could fall down later on in the tournament because, you know, as I say, you play a France or a Brazil, you're giving chances away.
Whoa.
You're not going to get away with them.
Yeah, absolutely.
Do you guys just not rate our defence at all? Like, what about our defence do you think it is that makes you so confident USA are going to score? Just out of curiosity.
I think Stones can go missing at times. I think Trippier was very good the other day.
Yes.
It depends how he sets
come
up.
on, Trippier was awful.
Trippier wasn't awful. Trippier was very
He was
good.
awful, bro.
No, he wasn't.
On the
What do you
ball,
mean he was awful?
On the ball, he was terrible. He misplaced so many passes. What? He misplaced so many passes.
I thought he was alright.
He was very good,
He
man.
did his defensive work to a decent standard, yeah.
And
But he's
going
up
forward.
against. Who's he up against? On the ball, which is what you're meant to be good at, where England were dominating position. I thought he was awful. He missed so many misplaced passes. Am I the only one who saw this?
First of all,
Rice
that's nothing
misplaced
to
a lot
do
of
with our
passes,
defence.
but I think Rice was good.
I thought Rice.
Bellingham misplaced a lot of passes, and he was meant to be man of the match.
Yeah. I don't think England. That's what I'm saying. I don't think England were amazing. I think England were good, and they took their goals really well. But
I think they made light work of it, mate. And I think I don't think you appreciate, you know, how decent they were. It was a tough game. It was
a tough game.
You know, I think it's impressive, Tobes, when you play up against a team that don't want to play. They want to put the low block in and try and stop you from scoring, and you score 6. You've got to be impressed with that.
Yeah.
It's always going to be a tough game, you know, because it gets very tight and congealed in their half, and they played a lot of their best football in their half. But there is always going to be a lot of misplaced passes in things like that because you know it's so congested in that half, and they're playing a lot in their half. I don't like listen. I don't think the second penalty was a penalty. I think Maguire could have got a penalty quite easily in the first minute.
He should have.
But that goal that they scored is
it was a good finish,
worrying
wasn't it?
sign.
But it was a great pass and a great finish. I know Maguire fell asleep.
But we was asleep.
Agreed.
Yeah, Maguire fell asleep for a key moment. Yeah, that is true. But like you were saying, mate, you don't think we played very well. You thought we played good, but not great. You thought we played good, not great. And if we played good, not great, and still managed to beat a team 6-2, then when we play great later on in the tournament, come on.
Exactly. Yeah, I think England's still got gears to go. Yeah, but I also think the same way you can look at the positives, I can also look at the not so positives. That if England play the way they did with the midfield against a team that can actually take advantage, then they could be in trouble.
Yeah.
If England defend the way they did in those moments against Iran, against a better team, then they could be in trouble. Go! Oh!
Go on, son. Go on it!
Oh! Nah,
Ecuador.
Are you seeing this? Netherlands are on the damn ropes.
Wow. That was a strike and a half, that.
They should be headed. I thought that was it.
See what I was saying in the first half? What I was saying about Holland? They don't move me, bro.
They haven't
don't
done
move
anything.
me. Their squad is not strong. Their team, they're not good defensively. They're not good offensively. They don't keep the ball well enough. I think they're just there to make up the numbers. They'll come out of this group and they're going to get bounced in the knockout stages. They're not good enough to win this competition.
They're not moving
I
at
think
all,
there's a lot
either.
of people always look at the name. Holland have always been a big name. They've never won the World Cup, by the way.
They haven't. I think they got to the final. Didn't
A couple of finals, yeah. I think they've got to a record number of finals, but never won anything.
Never won it.
But I think it's a name. You know, you got to remember this is a team that haven't qualified for the last 2 tournaments. They haven't been in the last 2 tournaments, so
which was unheard of before. Yeah, it is a name brand. Yeah, they're a football name brand. Yeah.
but they aren't playing good football. Ecuador are playing a better football, in my opinion.
And so did Senegal. Holland got very lucky against them. Very, very lucky.
Well, if Ecuador win this, Netherlands
Jason
might not
says
get out
the
of group
disrespect for Holland is mad. I don't think they're convincing, though.
Disrespect, though.
You know, you have
Ecuador
to
playing.
you have to talk about what you see in front of you. And I'm sorry, but Jim Bob Martin says Calvin Phillips or Declan Rice. I'm not even going to answer that, mate.
Because it's obviously the guy on back of my
G says
shirt.
Bellingham next season. I'm not even going to go there.
Don't answer.
I'm not going to. Bellingham next season will be playing in the Premier League. Everybody knows that. Let's hope it's
Really?
Arsenal or City.
Well, let's hope so, but I don't know.
I think it'll be playing for Liverpool, if I'm honest.
Possibly, but do you see him leaving, or do you,
No,
should he still stay to carry on his tutorship?
Nah.
I think it's still.
Oshoki Foy says, unlucky Ecuador, very unlucky.
Yeah.
Shabali G says it's 1-1, not like it's 3-0, they are suspects. Definitely suspect.
We didn't say it should be 3-0, but Ecuador should be winning.
Ecuador should be
Yeah,
winning.
they should be
Yeah, they've scored
They should be winning.
2 goals and they've hit the bar.
Just
so.
like Senegal should have won as well.
No, I don't think Senegal should have won, but I think
They shouldn't have lost,
They were good value for a point.
I really hope Ecuador win. I like the way they're playing football. It's exciting football. And, you
It's
know,
exciting football.
maybe Qatar weren't that
Guess how many
bad,
shots?
and it's just Ecuador that great.
Guess how many shots Netherlands have had?
2.
1.
1, that's a goal.
One on target. So that's
And it was their
clinical.
goal. Ecuador
clinical, isn't it?
have slapped it all over this team. Go on.
They've
Pitch it out.
sandpeppered their goal.
Happening to Oli.
See, this is what I mean about the stadiums, though. Like, the architecture around them is all great, yeah. But half of them are nice, and then half of them are like this. What a terrible stadium. Look how far the stands are
There's
away
a
from the pitch.
stadium out there, somebody was showing me, that's made out of like containers and it can be
That's right,
moved
yeah,
and
yeah.
shifted around. It's like a big
Yeah, that's
Lego
right.
set.
It's something to do with is it the thing, the low emissions, something like
Yeah,
that. Yeah,
yeah,
that's right. Yeah,
it's
well, I
made-
think that's genius. That's amazing.
I'd like to see it. I mean,
So would I.
you know, the boys are out there.
How many seats?
I don't know.
They've all got around like
So
38,
mobile
40,000.
stadium, yeah, that's incredible. That is incredible. To me, that's genius.
It can be moved, it can be extended, it can be reduced.
That is genius.
Maybe it's the future, you know.
Yeah, well, I think
maybe
it's-
we don't need
Speaking
to be
of-
spending £1 billion on stadiums these days.
Have you seen I can't remember what it's called. I think it's called like the Line or something like that in Saudi Arabia. It's this
The city,
it's like a city in
one wall.
yeah.
I've seen that.
It looks
man, yeah.
crazy. It looks absolutely
That's
crazy.
mad.
So everything is
It's there,
stacked.
yeah. And
So-
I think it was, if
That's
I'm
mad, that's
right,
brilliant.
yeah, they're building this thing, and if you want to do anything or go anywhere within this city, it's going to take no more than 20 minutes.
20 minutes, yeah,
That's
yeah,
right.
yeah,
on a speed train.
Unbelievable.
Nicky, that
Wow.
stadium you mentioned, the plan is if Uruguay get the 2030 World Cup,
They're gonna move it.
Move it to Uruguay and use it there.
Wow.
Oh,
What?
wow.
There we go.
Don't
We've
they
just been
have- don't
told
they have
the
copyright?
plan
That's a
for the
bit-
stadium in Qatar. If Uruguay get the 2030 World Cup, the stadium will be packed up like a Lego
Wow.
set and moved
They-
to
oh my days.
Uruguay.
Should the Saudi Arabia,
Wait.
should Qatar
Could be the
have
future,
copyrights
mate.
for that, though?
So
Could be the
Qatar and
future.
Uruguay are boys like that.
No, I think it's just World Cup and
Nah,
Maybe they
Timber,
funded it.
what is going on?
Mate,
He's
Enna
stinking.
Valencia is next level,
Eden
man.
Valencia has been brilliant. Look
Valencia.
at this. Do you know what? If he's hit that, that's a goal. It's brilliant play by Eden.
I'll tell you what,
Eden Valencia's been in the
Valencia's
tournament.
been player of the
been
tournament
playing
so
the
far.
tournament.
He's hammering Netherlands, that's for
Look
sure.
at that. If he hits this is a goal. This is a goal. He doesn't get any purchase on it. Look, he doesn't get no purchase.
Sadiq says Van Gaal said that this squad is better than 2014. We're overall better. He said 2014 Netherlands got to the semi-finals. They got to the final in 2010, didn't they?
The thing is,
lost to Spain.
The thing is, it's easy to say that this squad's better. It may be better in the defence because the defence they've actually got like De Ligt, Van Dijk, etc. But it's nowhere near as good in the attack. And when you look at the players that helped them get to the semi-finals in 2014, they had Robin and Van Persie.
Yeah,
Robin.
yeah.
So there's no player that even comes close to those two players in this squad.
And like Schneider.
And
Schneider,
those,
yeah.
Schneider, I don't think Schneider was in the 2014 one.
He was in 2010,
He
definitely.
was in 2010,
2010,
yeah.
yeah.
But
Van der Vaart.
I need to
Nah,
double check.
Van der Vaart, yeah.
I need to
Van
double
der
check.
Vaart.
I don't think he would have been in it as well.
Well,
but the point,
2010.
the point I'm making, actually no, Snyder might have been in it. The point I'm making is like they had match winners,
Yeah,
genuine match winners that
They
could
did.
just bail you out, and they still had a system that could work. This team now with Van Gaal, I'm looking at it, and it's mad because I think he was the manager in the 2014 World Cup, wasn't he?
Yes, I think
Yeah,
he was.
and then he joined United afterwards as well, and they did really well. But when I watch this Netherlands team now, I don't understand it. They play free at the back, but they don't look defensively secure. Their wing backs don't really. Dumfries is doing all the work when you're playing a wing back system. The midfield don't really penetrate sides. The attack looks. They got moments like Bergwijn. He can do something in a moment. Memphis is the best of the lot. Gakpo can do something in a moment. They're not bad
Good
players.
play by Holland, this.
But they're just not.
Oh.
Yeah, they're not levels.
That's
bro.
a good move.
They're not levels.
I agree. I agree with that. In the past, you can always look at a world class, but I think Robin van Persie was a world class player. Arjen
Yeah.
Robben, they're going to miss him
Arjen Robben,
quite a
yes.
bit. Yeah, he was a world class player as well. But there is no. Schneider was world class. Van der Vaart, I think, at times was world class.
Van Bronckhorst.
But,
World class challenges,
that,
mate.
yeah,
World class
but-
fouls.
Or before that.
but they, you know, they've got.
Oh, right,
I don't think at the moment Holland have got any world class players, but.
Really?
Potentially.
Van Dijk?
Van Dijk. I would
Yeah,
say
maybe.
Van Dijk.
I'll give you that. But
I know
that's-
he's fallen off the past year, but
Yeah, I'll give you Van Dijk. But
Van Dijk, yeah.
Enner Valencia is becoming a menace for this Dutch team, says
No, he's just played the tournament so far. From
Ash £1.79 super chat says, imagine if Mendy didn't have butterfingers.
Mendy.
I
I don't know if he's got butterfingers. It's just a shame.
Pat G says, Pulisic scoring a late winner would be crazy and he'll be shouting at the camera, hold that tap in.
Pulisic is crap.
It'd be even better if he scores a tap-in.
Ant Hill says, was Valencia decent at West Ham? No, he wasn't. He wasn't very good.
He wasn't really good at
He had moments. He had definite moments at West Ham. I don't think we particularly used him right.
Wasn't he there when you had Diafra Saka as well?
We weren't a very good team back then.
But was Saka good though, wasn't he? He scored a lot of goals.
Them two were decent together, yeah. At one point they was decent together, but
Who was your gaffer back then?
Allardyce.
That's what I was thinking.
Allardyce
yeah.
would have been.
Not exactly expansive, free-flowing football.
We was a
is it?
poor team, to be honest. We said we had good players, but made up with a lot of trash.
Do you think he gets a move off the back of this World Cup then, Valencia?
Huh?
Do you think he gets a big move off the back of this World Cup, Valencia?
Too old now.
Really?
Yeah, he's 32.
Yeah, that's not too old for a big move.
I think he is.
I'm not saying he's going to be necessarily starting for a Man City or you know,
The
Barcelona.
last when we
still
bought him, he was about 25. I think 32. I think he's a bit old.
Yeah, but it's still to take a gamble on it. You know, someone trying to get into
You know
the top
what?
six.
I'll take him
Man
now. probably
United,
off the
you
back of
said
this
Man
World Cup.
United needs someone for 6 months. Take a gamble on Valencia.
Redman Gold says, I'll give you Van Dijk, behave, Nicky. Well, I was agreeing that he was world class. Come on, man. What do you want me to say? I didn't think of him as a world class player. And then when he said Van Dijk, I just remembered,
okay.
yeah, he is world class. Yeah, what do you want me to say? Fucking hell. Samir Nasri. I don't know why someone said Samir Nasri. Frankie de Jong is world class. No.
Let's talk about Sam.
Not yet, maybe. Facts in a minute. Do you still think Rice is 10 times the player part he is? Yeah, I do.
I beg to differ. I do wait Rice though.
Rice
I don't
doesn't
think
go
it's 10
missing
times.
on the international stage, so.
Huh? What's that?
Rice doesn't go missing on the international stage, so.
Oh really? Is that right?
Yeah.
Is that right? So
It is.
then, name me the last goal Declan Rice scored for England. Then.
That's complete.
Okay then,
What's that got to do with the price of bacon?
Okay then,
mate?
but yet, unfortunately, and even he said Thomas scored the winner against us. He scored a goal that knocked us out, Nigeria. So then,
Okay.
well, then, so
But
that
not
means
on the world stage, not on the World Cup.
Yes, and the
Not on
world
the
stage
world
to get them through.
But he didn't do it on the.
You
He's not
see,
doing it on
no,
the
when you
world
said
stage.
his goal's missing, you said his goal's missing.
Yeah, he did. He's played one game and he was invisible.
He's
Mate.
played one game.
Afki Aki Dos Lobitos says, Nicky,
This is
please
a troublemaker,
sing
you know.
one more time. If you go tune into the England versus USA stream, I will be hosting that as well, and you maybe hear me sing
What did
on
he?
that one.
Oh, he wants to see you one more time.
He wants to hear me sing one more time.
Oh, that's nice.
Sammy says, you've been painting, Nicky. No, this is the design of the jeans, funny enough.
No, I
but-
think they're quite nice. Actually.
Yeah.
Oh, is that the design?
I think you
Yeah.
need to leave paint on jeans behind.
Oh, is that the design, Nicky? Seriously?
The times of
Yeah.
Yeah, it's design, man.
the times
No
have changed.
way. Oh, I like that.
I did get this in 1998, Tobes, you know what I mean? But
Bloody
yeah,
hell,
yeah,
man.
I do agree with you, mate.
It goes with
I
the
think-
trainers.
Yeah.
I like the trainers though.
That's what
Yeah,
it
the
is,
trainers are
yeah.
wicked.
The trainers,
got a good
although
pair, I tell
you
you
should
what.
have them in better shape than this though.
Do you know what? I went
they're
on
clean-
holiday
they're
with
clean
these,
enough.
man. I'm going to get them cleaned up, you know.
Nah, it's the laces. It's the laces.
The laces, yeah. It's because I went on holiday with them and it's
Okay.
getting the sand in
I
them.
I love Air Forces. I
But
bought,
yeah,
I bought
I
a
need-
fresh white pair last
I need
month.
the laces and I'm
It's
I'm
hard
The
gonna
only
have
thing
them.
is, they always
They're
get
white.
creased. I tried to get, you know, those shields in the front
Doesn't
toe.
work.
Yeah.
They destroy my toes, and it doesn't even stop them
Yeah,
creasing, man.
It don't work. You just have to, with Air Forces, once they crease, you got to be a bigger man and get rid of them. And give them to charity, get a fresh pair.
Well, it's all right for you, mate. Some of us are quite short, so.
Short on what?
I'll tell you a story about
Just
I'm going to
said
tell you a
big
story about
man.
these Air Force Ones, right?
Go on.
I've got a fresh pair at home in a box still, right?
Okay.
And I feel a bit guilty. So I don't know whether I should admit this on stream, to be honest with you. But
Well,
they delivered these to my house,
Yeah.
when I was out.
yeah.
And they put them somewhere. I couldn't find them, yeah?
Oh, well.
And I phoned up Nike and I was like, the shoes ain't come. They said they delivered
Oh,
them.
right.
The shoes haven't come, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, have you looked around? I was like, I've looked everywhere. They're not here, blah, blah. He went, okay, what do you want to do? Do you want a refund or you want a new pair? I said, I'll have a new pair, please, right?
Okay.
3 days after I got the new pair, I went out to the bin and they'd put them in the bin. The fresh pair. They'd delivered them and put them into a dustbin. So I've got a new pair that Nike had sent me, and then I've also found the pair that they've delivered before, but they put them in the dustbin, probably to protect them from the rain.
But that's not your fault.
Being a little East London scoundrel, I didn't send the other pair back. You know what I mean? So I've got two pairs for the price of one.
But that's not your fault, is it? So that's fine. That's no wrong in that. That's fine.
Really?
Yeah, because you didn't put them in the bin, did you?
No.
So that's fine. It's not
put them in the bin.
No, that's fine. You weren't to know, so that's all right. That's fine. I don't see nothing wrong with that. What's Kelechi looking at me?
Kelechi, what do you think, mate?
Exactly.
Return it.
Should I return it?
Return it. Yeah.
I'm not going to return it. The time's gone now.
He's saying that. Would you return it then?
Straight up, 100%.
Really? Okay.
I'm so comfortable wearing it.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, that's fair enough. That's fair.
But Terry James says Ty is going to do Dob Nicky in Nike right now.
Hold on. What are you trying to say? Are you trying to say I'm a grass? I think not. Or a snitch? I think not.
Which carrier was at DHL? I don't know what carrier it was, mate, to be honest with you. Oscar says, keep it for the inconvenience.
Yeah, exactly.
It wasn't really inconvenient. He just put it in the bin. I don't know where he left it. He didn't say. Frankie de Jong is world class. Name 5 players better than him in his position.
No, he is not world class.
I don't.
Pedri, he literally has one in his team that's better than him. Pedri's better than him. Partey's better than him.
Pedri better than him?
Yes, Pedri's better
already?
than him. Kovacic is better than him. Who else? Who else is better than him?
Kovacic is better than Frankie now.
Kovacic is better than Frankie. Bernardo Silva better than Frankie de Jong.
Interesting.
Bernardo Silva's a different kind of midfielder, though.
I'm trying to think. Who else?
Rice is better.
Who else? I don't know about that.
Rice is better.
I don't know about that.
Betancourt is better.
Yeah, but they all play different positions. Bernardo Silva is not a box-to-box midfielder.
Wait. What do you mean Bernardo Silva is not a box-to-box midfielder?
He's a bit more fringe, a bit more attacking. He's more defensive support around him.
But wait,
Frankie's more deep line. If you're talking to someone that's going to
Frankie's
control
at 8. Frankie's at 8. He can play.
Yeah, but he can control the pace of the play more.
Not really.
Bernardo Silva's more of a flair player.
Frankie de Jong is...
I'd consider Bernardo Silva.
It's gone wide.
You looked offside.
I see what you're saying, but I think they're completely different kinds of players, me.
But we asked the question, you said the question was Frankie's a world-class midfielder. I'm comparing him to world-class midfielders. He's not better than Paul Pogba, I can tell you that for free. He's not better than Paul Pogba.
Is he not?
No, he's not.
He's
better than what Paul
offside,
Pogba's done for Man United?
Look what he done for Juventus.
What's he done for you?
Absolutely.
What's Frankie done for Barcelona?
Exactly, that's what I'm saying, but you're comparing the two.
But what Paul Pogba's done at Man United is it dwarfs, it completely gazumps anything that Frankie's done at Barca. Of course it does. Frankie de Jong is so overrated.
It's a conversation to have.
I've been saying this for yonks, and people always say, oh no, you're hating. He's overrated. And what I mean by that is, he's obviously got talent. He's obviously like a good player. I even stretch to he's a quality player. But I think people like the idea of Frankie more than the actual player.
Yeah.
They talk him up and say, oh, he's a pass master. He's not. There are so many passes in world football better than Frankie de Jong. They talk about, oh yeah, he's the one thing I'll give Frankie. I think he's excellent at ball carrying. He can pick up the ball, go past 2-3 players. But there are people who can do what he can do. And defensively, come on, you're having me on if you think that Frankie de Jong is one of the most defensively astute midfielders. There's better.
But he blends all of it together well. Yeah, but he's great at a lot of different aspects of the game.
He's not great at a lot of different aspects. Yeah. He's good at a lot of different aspects.
Very good.
Sam says people think that Frankie is Xavi resurrected.
It's ridiculous. Yeah. They talk about him like you'd think he's Iniesta, the way people talk about this guy. He's not.
He's still young. He's still developing, man.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is I'm comparing him to players that some are younger than Frankie, some are the same age as Frankie, some are older. The common denominator is they're all better than him.
Okay, I don't think that what this guy's saying top 5. Absolutely not. But I think you're being very harsh on him.
No, he said he's world class, and I said no, he's not. And he said he's top 5. I said no, he's not.
How old is he?
I think he's like 23 now, maybe.
So he's still got time.
Yeah, he's got time. 100%. He's got time. But I'm saying right now, that's not a world-class player to me. If that's a world-class player to me, then boy, the standards have dropped.
Do you think he has to move?
From Barcelona? Yeah, I think so.
Oh shoot, actually he's 25.
I think so.
25.
Still got time. Yeah, still 25. You're not into your prime until you're about 27, 28.
And I say this not to, as I said, I say this not to hate on a guy. Like, if you ask me, would I take Matt Spurs in a heartbeat? Because I think he's a quality player, but when you're talking to me about world-class midfielders, please have some standards. Like there's a level to be set. When we talk about world-class midfielders, we talk about the likes of Kevin De Bruyne. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We talk about the likes of Casemiro. Toni Kroos, Luka Modric. These
are elite. It depends. It depends what you define world class. There's levels to world class. If you're someone that's saying that if you maybe have a very high ceiling for what you define as world class,
one level.
World class is one level, and you can have players within who are world class that are better than the other, but the common denominator is they're seen as a world class.
But how harsh are you on what? Do they have to have done it for a certain amount of years?
Yeah. I think
consistency.
There's got to be consistency and quality. There are obviously going to be outliers, like some players like Mbappe that just are freaks. Mbappe and Haaland that burst onto the scene and are just doing unbelievable things. And you have to say, you know what, like I don't even need to see this for 3-4 years. I know what I'm looking at. But there are players like Frankie de Jong who I need to see consistent quality in your seasons, in your performances. Yeah. I don't see that.
I think that's the definition of world class.
But what about what about a player like Michael Owen then? Someone who, like you say, burst on maybe not the same level as Mbappe, but Mbappe-esque in his time.
Michael Owen
when he was world class.
Michael Owen at 20 years old, he was a world class player. He was amazing.
At 27, not so much.
So then, if you just look at a blanket statement, Michael Owen, was he world class?
He was
at a point. He was.
Yeah, I think he was.
At a point. So Frankie de Jong has never been world class. Never. I'm not saying he can't be world class. He could be world class. He's got years. He can develop. But right now, we have to be realistic with these standards. Let's be fair. If you're telling me Frankie's a world class midfielder, then boy.
I don't think defining someone as world class. You don't have to be a 10 out of 10 every game. You know, Messi's world class, and he's been. In World Cup final, he was poor.
Whoa. Yeah. Messi's just a different cut above, mate. That guy's 15 out of 10
He's a world-class player. He's one of the best players that's ever played the game. But in big games, he's gone missing.
No, very few big games he's gone
missing.
World
Cup final, he missing, James.
Yeah, World Cup final, but he was still the player
game than that to go missing.
He was still very good in the rest of the tournament.
I don't think he did go missing in the World Cup final.
No, I think he did.
I don't think he played bad.
And again, Copa America.
Put a chance on the plate for
Copa America, won man of the match in every single game aside from the final. So,
to be fair, Messi
Champions League final.
I watched that game. Messi played so poor in the final.
In the Copa America final, he did. Yeah.
He deserved to win it after. Don't shake your head because he deserved to win it after basically dragging the team.
I'm not shaking. I'm nodding.
Okay, cool.
But he did. He missed a big chance right at the end as well in that game. But again, Champions League finals steps up to the occasion. El Clasicos steps up to the occasion, wins the league against Real Madrid, 92nd minute, comes through, scores to make it 3-2. Of course he delivers on the big occasion, man.
I'm not saying, I'm not arguing at all. I'm just saying there are certain games. You look at Maradona.
Oh,
you know, they talk about
unbelievable.
Messi as the greatest of all time.
Yeah, no, you can't. You can't.
No, Messi. I don't want to do. I did this with Robbie for about an hour before, but it's.
He's not up to Maradona.
I disagree. I think he's better. But
you disagree?
Who's better?
I think Messi's better.
Messi's better than Maradona.
Excuse me.
What? You said consistency and longevity. He has had a lot more longevity. He's won 7 Ballon d'Ors.
But do you know what Maradona did though? Do you know what Maradona did?
I know what Maradona did.
So then you can't say that then, because if you know what Maradona... No, you can't, because obviously you don't know what Maradona did.
Because
if you're saying Messi is better than what Maradona did, Messi could never do.
Yeah, I disagree.
No, so ask Napoli fans about when he turned Napoli into a title winning team, when Napoli were near the bottom. What are you talking about? No.
Just because he hasn't done it at Napoli, that doesn't mean that he's not. What about the longevity? What about how long he's done it for? What about the Ballon d'Ors? 7 Ballon d'Ors, mate. 7.
But how many World Cups?
Let me know in the chat. Messi and Maradona. Who's the best of all time? Messi. Someone else.
Exactly. Maradona. The last
what Maradona did was a mad thing. Like doing it,
unbelievable.
Doing it at club and international as well. Like
it's incredible.
It's nuts.
Messi's also done it international, though.
No, but he hasn't.
Messi's the best of all time for me.
He carried Argentina to a World Cup final. Yeah. He carried them to a Copa America win. Okay. He's done it internationally. Maybe he hasn't been as successful as Maradona internationally, but Maradona wasn't as successful in solo career as Messi was.
I think Messi's the best of all time, but I think one of the things that South Americans are fierce about is like what you do for your country, right?
Yeah.
And I think that's why the likes of Messi get pelters from some of these fans, because some of the greatest players in the Argentina sides and the Brazil sides, they've ultimately put the country on their back. And I think with Lionel Messi, it's a bit harsh because he's tried. He's scored so many goals. Yeah. He's put in some really good performances. But I think there are sometimes some question marks in the World Cup when it gets to the knockout stages where you're like, you've done well, you've done relatively well, but we've not seen the
I
real
think
Messi.
that this is my opinion.
Yeah,
I think they're
that's
different
good point.
eras, yeah.
They are
And
different
it's easy to look as good as you are when you're playing in a team of world-class players. Let's be honest, Messi during his whole career at Barcelona was playing with the top players on the planet.
Yep.
No doubt about it. Xavi, Iniesta, you know, they make anyone look. They can make me look good. Well, they're good. They're good.
Yeah.
And it's easy to look that good when you're playing him. Don't get me wrong, he stood out head and shoulders, and that's fantastic.
Yeah.
But when you look at someone like Maradona, who takes a Napoli and takes them and drags them, when he takes I wouldn't say an average Argentina team, that was a good Argentina team, but it was Maradona, everything
Absolutely.
in them.
No,
That was an
Exactly.
elite team. I was going to say, well, what about Messi? The Argentina team that Maradona had was way better by his own admission. Maradona's Argentina team, by his own admission, was 10 times better than the team that Messi had. Maradona said himself,
and
he said, I had players to
Messi
carry
would have
him.
dragged Argentina through to a World Cup and won them the World Cup,
He dragged
I
them
would
to a
say he
World
would
Cup
be better.
final and he dragged them to a Copa America
But
win.
he didn't win it though.
And Maradona said himself he had other players he could rely on, but Messi has to run this as a one-man show.
This is all, I love this. I love it because it's a game of opinion.
But I do want to
if you're
say,
getting angry in the chat, I mean, I can see some people getting angry in the chat. Don't be angry. Just put your opinion across and put the argument. This is my argument. Messi played with the best players on the planet for a long, long time. Long time.
At the end of the day,
I disagree because the thing is, and the thing is, even though Messi's brilliant, but Maradona used to get kicked from pillar to post, and he still was able to. That 1986 World Cup, it was him. He was just unbelievable. That's what I mean.
I got to accept
There's a
your
super
point.
chat on this. Harry T. Momo says £5, says 4 World Cup appearances for Messi, 0 knockout goals. Never compare Messi and Maradona in an Argentina shirt.
Well, I suppose there's an argument to be had.
In the Argentina shirt, yes, of course, the one who's actually carried the team to the World Cup is going to get more plaudits, but we're talking about the best player of all time. People talk about the World Cup as if the World Cup is some easy achievement. It's not easy.
No, it's not easy.
It's not easy.
No, mate.
Yeah?
It's not easy.
It's not easy at all. And Lionel Messi has gone through a phase where he's had a very unbalanced Argentina side, and he's still delivered on his end. At Copa America and in the CONMEBOL.
They've had good teams, though.
Antonio Valencia.
They've had good teams. They've had good teams, Argentina. Like in the day when like Milito was there, Crespo would he play Crespo? I think late on. Mascherano playing in midfield. Aguero, Tevez.
But they got to. So when you look at, let's look at it now. Yeah. So they got knocked out in 2014. They got knocked out by. They went to the final. They got knocked out by the winners. They got to the final. In 2010, they got knocked out in the quarterfinals by Germany. By Germany, which was a poor defeat. But Germany were on smoke that tournament. They were on absolute smoke. I'm not trying to. It seems like I'm trying to make an excuse for Messi, and maybe I am. But I feel like Lionel Messi, when you look at what he's done for football as a whole, not just Argentina, but for Barcelona as well, and what he's doing in a day and age where football's much more advanced, and let's be real, the standard of football is much higher. Those players are great, but the standard of football is much higher. Messi's doing it right now in this era. You got to take your hat. You got to take your hat off.
I
to
do
Messi.
want to say, obviously, as well, there's bias that's going to come from both sides. Obviously, I'm going to be in the Messi
100%.
camp. I've never seen Maradona play live.
No, have I?
People that were
I've seen
younger,
Messi.
The docs.
or people that were older, obviously, that may have seen more of Maradona, are obviously going to be able to back him more. So I do have to say, I've never seen Maradona
I've never
play,
seen Maradona, but I know what
I watched his doc. He was amazing.
I'm basing it on the longevity.
No, I've never seen Maradona.
It's a generation now. You saw Maradona now.
I've never seen I've seen Messi, but listen.
Gigato Chad says Maradona gliding on farmland while Messi dribbles on slick pitches.
Yeah, Maradona was just incredible. What Maradona did was unbelievable.
Nicky, money has changed the game. Napoli Maradona story would never happen in this era.
Yeah, maybe not, but that shows you how great
Jamie
Maradona
Vardy,
was.
Leicester?
Really legit says, I see Maradona in 1994. I think everyone see Maradona in 1994.
Yeah, but 1994, but that was...
He was coached out of his brain, mate. That's what happened in 1994.
The real Maradona was in 1986. That's the real Maradona. And for Napoli.
Pele is the only player to win 3 World Cups. Ronaldo is the best ever.
One of the best ever.
I don't even think he's the best Ronaldo, if I'm honest. Ecuador has no bench. That's true. That's true.
But it's Ecuador.
But it's Ecuador.
Yeah.
Pele is above Maradona. How many goals has Maradona scored in his best calendar year, and how many goals has Messi? I don't know.
I don't know.
Scored 94, 97.
But they played in different positions.
But then you could say that, how many World Cups has Messi got? So the argument could go on and on and on, can't it?
It's a good argument, though.
It is a good argument. When they're saying that there is an argument. There is an argument. That's what I rate Messi, but I'm just thinking what Maradona's done. That's why I rate him and Pele as the best, because what they did was just incredible. Imagine being 17. Pele got kicked from pillar to post, and he still managed to win the World Cup.
You're acting like Messi's not getting kicked from pillar to post either.
Who?
No, not
Messi gets
That's
hacked
what I
every
said.
game.
But that's what I said. Messi gets hacked. But that's what I mean. That's what I mean. That's what I mean. Now,
you know
the challenge is now wouldn't happen on
Valencia.
Messi the way they
There you
happened
go.
on Maradona and Pele. They got kicked, and it might just be what Maradona was just incredible.
Kick the ball up, man. Fair play, man.
Nah, they're trying to win. They're trying to win. It's a World Cup.
Well, I think they're both great. And the thing with a debate like this as well, it's like the Messi-Ronaldo debate, which I like it, but I don't like it, because then in order to bring one up, you have to bring the other person down.
Hope your World Cup is not over, man.
I hope not.
Instead of just acknowledging
Okay,
the great.
I don't think you have to bring them down. There's so
But
many
that's what
arguments.
people, when you do, it's kind of a natural debate with like between two things. To big one up, you kind of trying to slag the other one off, and that's what happens with Messi and Ronaldo.
Is that Valencia?
Yeah.
Oh no!
Do you know what, right? I am very shocked that Valencia's even playing this game. Did you see what he done to his knee in the first game? I thought that was his. I thought that was his.
Because he got
tournament
kicked
over.
by Qatar, innit? They kicked him, but he's done really well.
What is going on here?
He's got a bit of his strapping on the.
Oh no!
I think they're saying, why don't you kick the ball out?
Why don't you kick the ball out? Yeah.
That's what they're saying.
Just sob him, man.
Just doing a bit of deep heat
Deep heat.
or deep freeze.
A bit of Abuniki.
No, it's true, but I don't know. Yeah, they're both great. But that's to me, Messi and Pele, I think, are the greatest, in my opinion. Two of the greatest. Because of what they did. It's unbelievable what they did.
You just said Messi and
Messi
Pele.
and Pele, I agree.
Sorry,
mate.
I mean Maradona and Pele, sorry. Maradona and Pele. I've seen Messi. I've never got to see Maradona or Pele.
Do you think we're going to get a late minute winner in this one?
Possibly.
I think this is a score draw, like Tobi said.
He did say that.
Yeah,
Actually.
he did say that.
He did say
Everyone
that.
was laughing at him at the beginning. I remember that.
Who was laughing?
You.
Yeah, I was
You weren't even here, I don't think.
I wasn't. I was
No,
late.
I don't think anyone was laughing. Just joking.
I was acting like a leche and I was late. Isn't that right, Kelechi?
I was late, mate. There's
Oh,
something.
really?
Something's happened down there.
I wanna
I don't know
keep
what's
Kelechi.
what's
Looks like
happening.
his competition is done, isn't it?
Oh, what a shame. He's been in player of the tournament so far. Valencia. He's been
Oh
absolutely.
no, he's out fully.
What
They're
happened?
I think they're getting the stretcher out.
Great finish.
Brilliant finish.
World class.
It looks like probably he pulled up on his own, you know.
Gakpo.
He's great, man. He is
Good
great.
player. He's a good player.
You were there at PSV, isn't it? When he.
Yeah, I was there. Yeah, I was also there when they scored their second goal and it was meant to be a foul that the referee played on. I was also there. Yeah.
I'm just asking.
Yeah. I
Oh,
was,
did you go and give us bad luck there?
I hope not. Seeing as I've been to
Enner
every.
Valencia has been strapped up on the stretcher and he's going off. That's a real shame for him because he's
That
been
is
one
a
of the
shame.
players
He's
of the
been
tournament.
superb. Let's hope it doesn't play him out of the tournament.
Solid Junior Gaming donated £1.79. Says Messi has 4 Champions Leagues, Maradona 0. Champions League wasn't even a thing back then,
That's
was it?
right,
But
but
did he-
Maradona
how
has
many
one World
European
Cup
Cups
and Messi
did
has
Maradona
0.
have?
You say that, but
How
Maradona
many
has a World
European
Cup.
Cups did Maradona win?
Yeah, but
I don't think he did. I don't think he did win. the
Well, I
European
think that's
Cup.
his point then, rather than.
Yeah, but Maradona's got a World Cup and Messi's got none. So, you
Well,
what
I
mean?
know, but that's still a fair point to raise.
It's a fair point that Maradona's got World Cup and Messi's got none. So that's what I mean. You can't dumb down any of them in that.
No, but I know, but it's still a fair counterpoint to say that he's won 4 European trophies and
He has,
Maradona's
but
won.
Maradona's won the World Cup. So you know what I mean.
I know, but it's still fair counters.
It's like they're trying to say that Maradona wasn't that good. Maradona was that good, and Messi is that good as well. But he just hasn't been able to do it for whatever reason on that international stage.
But was he on the level of an Enner Valencia? I'm not sure that he was.
Funny. You're very funny, isn't it? It's a shame. I hope Valencia's not have a tournament because he's been the player of the tournament. so
Well, he will be. He's been stretchered off. There's no way he plays again.
But
never
is
know.
it? Oh, dear.
Oh, he's walking off now. That's good.
Probably not.
Wait, is it me or something? Is it that players recover quicker during tournaments?
Yeah, of course.
That
They want to play the next game. That's why in the Premier League they're not bothered.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Six.
Yeah.
6
Because
minutes
I'm
of
looking
additional
at
time.
Neymar's ankle yesterday. It was really
Yeah.
swollen. If it was in PSG, that would be like 3 weeks, 1 month out.
Uh,
But now they're saying he's
Because
going to
there's a
come back.
medical team there, and
Yeah.
the manager's saying he's got to be ready in 5 days.
Yeah.
I don't care. Do whatever you can to get him ready for the next game. If he's got to spend 6 months on the sidelines after the tournament, that's fine. We don't care about that. But
It's weird. There's not actually any real medical data to show how fit a player is. A lot of what goes on is that, I mean, obviously they have the scans and everything, but they ask the player like, "How do you feel? Can you play?" and stuff like that. So,
and they're going to say yes, we can.
Yeah,
Because it's
exactly.
a World Cup.
exactly.
Oh, Van
probably
Dijk.
screw himself
Under
over for
pressure
the
here.
rest of the league.
Let's put it out.
He's put it out.
What's
The
that?
England team has been announced. We'll be going through that at the end of the stream or
Alright.
in the next one.
Interesting.
I
Already?
haven't seen it just yet, but we'll see what that's like in just a second. If you can put it in the chat, that'd be perfect. We'll put it up on the screen. That'd be perfect.
The kid doing fingers crossed.
Ty, Maradona hasn't got an Invincibles trophy.
Yeah, that's true. He hasn't. Not
Messi had a bunch of world-class players for Argentina. That's not an argument. Gerrard has no Premier League titles. Luke Chadwick does. So is he better than Gerrard?
Who?
Right. Hello, you fools. I think he's talking to all of us.
No, you're the fool, mate.
Giagato Chad says, ask James what his thoughts are on Leeds legend Alan Smith.
That's real funny, mate. Real funny. Real
Wait,
funny.
bro, hold on. What did that? Nicky say
Rick
that?
Irving says, an Arsenal fan talking about Messi, he should know well after what Leo has done to them in the past.
Yeah, that's fair enough. And what we've done to Barcelona in the past as well. All right, mate.
What, in the
And
Champions
who's your
League final?
team? Who's your team, right?
In the Champions League final,
You'd
what
love
did you do to them?
Oh, you'd love to get to a Champions League final, wouldn't you, Leeds?
Jim Fox says the England team is unchanged.
Really?
There it is, the England team just about to be announced. This game's about to finish. It's Jordan Pickford, Luke Shaw, Harry Maguire, John Stones, Kieran Trippier, Declan Rice, Jude Bellingham, Raheem Sterling, Mason Mount, Bakayo Saka, and Bakayo Saka and Harry Kane, which is unchanged. And the United States is Matt Turner, Robinson. I can't see that.
Tim Ream, Walker,
Zimmerman, Dest.
Yep.
Musa, Adams, McKennie, Pulisic, Wright and Weah. Is that unchanged?
I believe it seems
It
mostly
seems unchanged
unchanged.
to me, yeah.
Interesting.
No Brendan Aronson again.
Really legit says that's one reason why the World Cup is bigger than club football or any club competition. Players will play at 25% fitness for their country rather than pay for 75% for the club.
That's true.
Chicago Chess says, Nicky's the boss. Thanks for reading my comment. Thank you very much, mate. Thanks for your comment. Thanks to all the comments today.
Yeah.
Do not go anywhere because we will be back for the England versus USA evening game. And I'm back on that stream. Are you back on that stream or are you going home? You're going home?
No,
back?
I'm back. I think I'm on the next one. I think.
So Ty's on the next one. You guys?
No, I'm not here.
I can't believe. Did you actually say about the Champions League final? Leeds.
Yeah.
Sadiq says, Tobes, fair play for calling the correct outcome. Listen, Tobes has got knowledge, mate.
For
Listen,
calling what out?
Tobes has got knowledge. This guy's knowledge is unrivaled, to be quite honest with you. He knows a lot about football.
Yeah, he does. He does.
Who's that?
Tobes.
Oh, cheers.
Yeah,
Is he
no,
over there like he's not the one you're talking to? He's talking to all
A footballing encyclopedia.
He is. He watches a lot of football, mate. And, you know,
He does.
it's really...
Are you into fitness as well?
Have you seen his arms?
Somebody said to me earlier, what's your diet and your workout regime? Can you send it to them, please?
Really?
My diet is quite poor at the moment, but yeah, gym, I go like probably
Four times a week.
5 times a week maybe. I've not been this week. I've been slacking this week. I've only been once, but yeah.
What did somebody said that Maradona? Yeah, but listen, Maradona's got to work out. That's what I know.
Forget that. We're finished with that.
Can't touch.
There's a minute left in this game. It looks like it's going to end up a score draw unless something
draw, yeah.
drastic happens in the next minute. But yeah, what does this do for both teams? Does them real favours, doesn't it?
Well, it makes
4 points
they're
each.
both on 4 points, aren't they?
I mean, Netherlands or Holland, whatever we want to call them, they'll thank their lucky stars that Mendy decided to activate their bozo gene because they're sitting on 4 points and they only have to take max a point, maybe.
Yeah.
I think a point will be enough. Sorry, a point will be enough for them to go through.
Right.
Because Qatar have lost. Is it Qatar?
Yeah,
Qatar have lost
Qatar
two.
are out, I think. after
Qatar have
this
lost 2 out of 2.
So they're nearly
Yeah.
They're out. If this stays like this, they're out.
Yeah.
Qatar's out, yeah?
Qatar have
They'll be
lost 2
out,
out. Yeah, Qatar have lost 2 out of 2. They've played the 2 toughest sides. So really and truly,
Yeah.
Holland are set up nice.
Yeah.
They're gonna beat Qatar. Let's be real. They're gonna beat
I think they
Qatar,
will, yeah.
and they'll be through to the quarters.
I feel there could be an upset because Qatar today
I
were
hope
good,
there
man.
is, to be honest.
Do you think so?
I do love an
can't see it.
upset.
They were good,
I
man.
can't see. I can't see it. I think Holland-
Issa Jula donate $5 US. So I'm guessing he's from the USA because
Yeah.
lots of USA flags running there. Said the second revolution begins soon.
That's
Wow.
it.
Okay. Well, that's it.
Hopefully not. Hopefully not.
And that's the game. That's all full time. It's 1-1 score draw. That's the two teams of good favour. I think. Ecuador play now. Who do they play? Who do Ecuador
Senegal.
play? Senegal.
Senegal.
Yeah. So 4 points each for these. Qatar, the hosts, I think, are the first official team out of the tournament. So
Yes.
Qatar are out, and that's not going to go down well with the locals, I'm sure.
It's not, but you know.
But it is what it is.
It is
They've
what
been
it is, exactly.
pretty poor. Remember, when you sign up, deposit and play, you'll get £5 free credits for your account to play any league you want. This is the prediction game, by the way. Click the link in the description. Scan the QR code and click the link in the description to join Prediction Battle. Just click the link or scan the QR code to sign up. Just quickly, boys. Good game, bad game. What's your
I
final thoughts?
think it was a mildly entertaining game to watch. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was all right.
Yeah, it's all right.
Could be worse.
But it
in
was
this World
Ecuador
Cup.
that was bringing most
I
of the
thought,
value.
I'll be honest with you, I thought attacking wise, the Holland looked poor. It was only
Yeah,
that-
just boring, really.
Yeah,
They don't
it's just,
do anything.
they just look like a boring team.
But
I
they
thought,
still got 4
Ecuador-
points, so they must be doing something right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you enjoy the game, Kelechi?
Yeah, I thought it was okay. I was expecting Netherlands to nick it, but it didn't happen. Ecuador, showed a lot of character and to come back even from the disappointment of the disallowed goal, which some people are saying is a goal. But
Yeah, it's true.
yeah, hopefully it doesn't cost them the group title. They want to avoid the big boys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining us on today's
Thank you
stream.
very much.
A reminder that today's World Cup Game Day Live is brought to you by Manscaped, the world's leader in below-the-belt grooming. With Manscaped skin-safe technology, their lawnmower 4.0. For this Black Friday weekend, only you can get a fantastic 25% off your order and free shipping by using the code WORLDCUP at the checkout or by following the link in the description. So thank you very much to Manscaped for sponsoring this stream. Thank you very much to our guest, Ty.
Thank you very much to DR Sports for inviting me.
Tapping, it's been brilliant as usual, mate. James, thank you very
Thank
much.
you very much for having
and
me.
Kelechi, been absolutely
Thank you
fantastic.
so much.
Do not go anywhere. Tune in to DR Sports right now.
I should have done that as well.
Tune up to DR Sports right now because very shortly we'll be back with England versus USA.
And thank you to our host, Nicky.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, mate.
Cheers, boys. Yeah, don't go anywhere.
Let's play DR Sports Prediction Battle. Woohoo! It's getting heated in Qatar, but I'm thinking local lads Saudi Arabia will give Poland the fire exchange and get themselves a 1-0 upset. Why not play DR Sports Prediction Battle and put your football knowledge to the test? Sign up and play by clicking the link.
Everyone's talking about metaverses, but I'm well happy to be in the OG metaverse, the game that started it all. If you played, send us a tweet to @DR Sports Media. We had this room made specially for the DR Sports fan base. You can get custom-made clothing, items and furniture based on DR Sports colours. To open the shop, click the shopping trolley. There are all sorts of other rooms and games in Habbo. Open up the navigator window on the bottom right-hand side of your toolbar to see. And I'll be here once every week, and I want to see you there. Make sure to follow DR Sports on Twitter, Instagram and Facebook, because we're running a weekly competition for you to interview me in Habbo.